What's good, YouTube? We chilling out, going live tonight, watching the end of this game, and we're gonna chop it up for a little bit, see how you guys are doing. Kind of a test stream, but we still streaming regardless. Trying to work out the kinks. I do need a mixer, so if the audio is a little down, forgive me for that. But we just going live for a little bit. I want to talk to you guys. If somebody want to come through and chop it up for a minute, we can. Chris Paul injured happens every time around this year in the playoffs when he has a significant chance to do some damage and win. He always gets hurt every time. From Houston to the Clippers to right now, he just went out and he's out for the rest of the game. He's probably going to be out for the next 2 games, and it's going to matter. Every time Chris Paul gets hurt in the playoffs, second or third round, it doesn't fail, bro. Every time. Every single time he has a good team that has a good chance to do some damage, he always gets injured, bro. I wonder if they're gonna be able to pull this out. It's only 3 minutes left in the game. Phoenix is a good team. They should be able to. If they don't and go down 0-2 and Chris Paul's out, it's gonna be a big situation. I mean, they still got Booker, they still got KD, but it's gonna be crazy to see what's gonna happen. Shout out to anybody sliding through here, regardless of how long you're here for. This is testing 1 2 3. Audio might be a little lower than it will be soon. I'm just waiting on the mixer. Oh shit! I'm talking and y'all can't even hear me. I'm bugging, bro. Okay, I'm over here talking. Hello, hello. Okay, I'm over here talking. I don't know if you guys have been able to hear me the whole time. What's good, y'all? Chilling out, going live tonight, working on stuff, getting the equipment together. As you can see, hopefully you guys are able to hear me better. Okay, maybe you were able to hear me before. I'm not too sure. What's going to happen in this game right here is Phoenix going down 0-2. Are they going to pull this one out? Big shout out to everybody sliding through. What's going on with you, Oscar? Crazy game going on. And as I was saying before, I mean, maybe you guys were able to hear me, but Chris Paul going out is nothing new. This guy does this every time around this time of the year. He always gets hurt. He pulls a hamstring, a quad. It's always the same thing with the guy. I'm a fan of Chris Paul too, but it's just, I feel like this actually might be his last season. I feel like Chris Paul might retire after this season based on this injury happening again, because it happens every time. Every time. Second, third round in the playoffs, he pulls a hamstring or a quad, and it's crazy. It's unfortunate that that's the case, but it is what it is with him. So, Cameron Payne's getting in a game, holding down, I guess, for a little bit, but Chris Paul's supposed to be there. You know what I mean? So if I assume that Chris Paul will be out for game 3 and game 4. He'll be back for game 5. They're gonna try and shoot for him to get back for game 5, because these games are pretty much every other day for the next few ones, except for this one. This next game here, they don't play till Friday, so maybe he can get enough rest to play game 3. But I seriously doubt it. I doubt it. Based on the history of Chris Paul, I doubt it. Very unfortunate to see. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. He's a great point guard, but yeah, that's just the injuries, man. And like I said, with this happening so many years in a row, I don't see why he would. I don't want him to give up, but like it's crucial, man. Every time, unless he decides to next season come off the bench and be the backup point guard for a team, which I feel like his ego and his pride probably wouldn't allow that to happen, unless it was for a contending team. He's on a contending team now, but would he play behind Cameron Payne the whole season? It's big. 81-86 with 2:53 left. It's looking like Denver might pull off this and go up 2-0, man. It's gonna be hard for Phoenix to pull out of that. It's kind of hard to look forward because perfect storm. I would like to see the Lakers against whoever these two teams here, but they're gonna have their hands cut out for them against Golden State. Caldwell Pope just hit a 3. I think this game might be over. 81-89. 81 to 89. It's gonna be interesting to see. Cameron Payne's jump shot looks so ugly. That is one of the worst looking shots I've seen in this playoffs. One of the worst shots forms that I've seen in this playoffs, man. Interesting. Let's see where we at with it. What else I want to do? So I got that there. I got that there. Yeah, like I said, I can't even start to look ahead. One would want to look ahead and say in perfect storm, the Lakers will go on to the next round, but it's going to be hard enough for them to beat Golden State. However, um, how do the Lakers match up with Denver? You know what I'm saying? How do the Lakers match up with Denver? But that is getting ahead because this is only, Lakers haven't even played yet. But how do they match up with Denver, man? Yeah, James was good. I felt like that was the dagger, and there goes another dagger. Unless you're ahead of me and just saw that Jokic shot to make it a 10-point game with a minute and 34 seconds left. It's pretty much a wrap. Denver's going up 2-0 in the playoffs against the Phoenix Suns. It's going to be interesting to see if they can even win two games, win a game. I feel like Phoenix is good enough to get a game. Game three in Phoenix, I don't see why they couldn't win, even if they don't have Chris Paul. However, Chris Paul is a little. He's a significant part, man. Yeah, man. Chris Paul. That's very true, Oscar. I agree with that. 1,001%. One of my favorite point guards of all time. He's probably one of the best. I think best point guard in the league, statistic wise, turnover to assist ratio, and just floor general. But for a minute, man, for a long time, ever since the Clipper days, maybe even before that, get to a significant part in the season, particularly the playoffs, second round, and his hammy pulls up, bro. Hammy quad, same thing happened in Houston. That's when he had his best chance when he was in Houston. Well, even with the Clippers too. Clippers, he got hurt. Houston, he got hurt when they were about to go to the Western Conference Finals, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me correctly. Um, Whenever it's significant, man, it's that same injury, bro. And it just, it's just is what it is with age, I guess. Look at CP3 over here balling. CP3 plays well for Denver. He does play well for Denver. I thought the Lakers would have kept him. But it works out however it works out. Big shout out to everybody coming through, however long you're here for. Have any of you guys here in the chat heard about the Kawhi situation? Have you guys heard that same thing that Kawhi Loki wants out? Kawhi wants out of the Lakers or out of the Clippers, which is crazy to hear that. Anybody else hear that? I heard Skip Bayless talking about that on his own personal podcast. He said sources said close to him that are close to Kawhi. That's it, buddy. That's it. 93, 83, 124 left with Denver having the ball. That's done, man. So it's 2-0. 2-0 Phoenix or 2-0 Denver. I'm not even really a fan of the style of Denver's play. To be honest, they're a good team. They're a deep team. Oh, yeah. Booker and who? From who? Oh, Bruce Brown. Okay, whatever. Bruce Brown probably. I hate those type of guys though that are not even that good. And when they get a little front running, when their team is doing well, they talk a little more extra shit than they would. You know, this guy right here is for sure not nowhere on the level of Devin Booker. Oh, okay, Booker getting a little mad. Devin Booker getting a little frustrated. He getting a little frustrated because he's getting his ass kicked right now. Very much so a frustration foul, but I don't know, man. I don't know. But if Kawhi wants to leave the Clippers, that's going to be interesting to see because, they did a lot to get him there. They made moves for him to stay there, giving up Shy to get Paul George. Um, Paul George is injury prone too. I don't see Paul George leaving. I do see what Russell Westbrook staying with the Clippers, based on the fact that the way he's been playing with the Clippers was a lot better outcome than what he did with the Lakers. and the Clippers already said they want him back, and I think he fits that team. But now looking into it, I mean, who knows if those reports of Kawhi wanted to be traded is even a real thing or not? But if it is, he's out. Paul George and Clippers, or Paul George and Westbrook is not bad for the Clippers with the team they have now. Not a championship team by far at all, but it still can keep them interesting, keep them in the playoff hunt in the West, and so on and so forth. But without all three of them, they don't have a chance of a ring, and it's pretty much done. If Kawhi is over here pulling that same thing he did in San Antonio, saying that the Clippers staff was too pushy and trying to urge him to play these games during the playoffs, it's like, I don't understand it. It's like, it seems like it's almost a plan. It's like a plan or a setup in a sense. I feel like, you know, it seemed like the Clippers were doing everything to accommodate Kawhi from the outside looking in. Of course, we don't know the behind the scenes stuff, but him not playing as many games as he did during the regular season, he pretty much missed the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Just to be ready to play in the playoffs. He came out and played in the playoffs and was balling, but did he get hurt? He got hurt. There was one play I did see where it seemed like he might have started to play a little different after that one play. I don't remember the exact play, but I do remember a play where it seemed like he might have gotten hurt, but he continued to play that game. Yeah, man. So that's unfortunate right there, bro. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, bro. 0-2 down. Am I behind? I just seen a tweet showing Aiden and Booker working out after the game. Was that real? Was that even real? What up? Yeah, so that was a 10-point game. They lost by 10, down 0-2. It is now officially over with. Crazy, 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 bro. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this. How many games will Phoenix win this series? Will Phoenix get 2 games? Will they get a game? Let me see. Will the Suns win 2 games? I put a poll up. I'll put a poll up to see if you guys, what you guys thinking about it. Will Phoenix win at least 2 games this series? Is it over with? I'm curious to know. This is an unfortunate thing, but it is sports. But Chris Paul, bro, you got to get it together, buddy. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else he can really do, though. You know what I'm saying? With his age and everything. Like I said, I'm not dissing him because I'm a Chris Paul fan, but with his age and everything, his age and nutrition, as they say, Chris Paul definitely probably needs to. I mean, I don't want to say retire because I would like to still see him playing if he could be effective. He does have something left in the tank, but he just clearly can't play the whole season as much as he does. I don't know how many minutes he logged this season, but if he's going to run it back next season with this same team in Phoenix, he truly needs to play. I mean, he's not going to come off the bench, but I mean, I would think it makes sense for him to come off the bench or at least play maybe 15 to 20 minutes a game and then, stretch that out all the way to the, whole season and then maybe pick up his minutes towards the playoffs. But every single season, when they get deep in the playoffs or into the better rounds of the playoffs, more past the first round, he usually survives the first round. Um, When they played Phoenix, he shouldn't have played as many minutes as he had. I mean, when they played the Clippers and they were up in those games, he should have been on the bench. He was playing a lot of minutes against Phoenix, you know what I mean? So all that stuff adds up, and I'm sure as they report here, maybe they'll make more of official report tomorrow. They want it to linger tonight so everybody can wonder what's going to happen. Is he going to be back next game? Is he not? It could be something that he's back next game, but based on the history of Chris Paul, he's not going to be back next game. He might not. My prediction is that Chris Paul will be out until game 5 or game 6 even. Phoenix might go home and turn it up, play game, because I for sure don't see him playing game 3. He's not going to play game 3. So without him playing game 3, which is on Friday. They got some extra days. You know, Phoenix to Denver is not that far of a flight. They got some extra days. But with this hammy thing, he's not gonna come back for game 3. So game 4, I don't think so either. But I don't know. Inside the NBA, 67% say he won't be back, or they won't win 2 games. I got to remember the question that I'm asking you guys. Chris Paul will not be. Phoenix will not win 2 games in series. Wow. So you guys think it's going to be a gentleman's sweep, 5 men, 5 games, or an official sweep, or an official sweep? Which we will recap on Inside the NBA presented. I just want to hear when they talk about Chris Paul. I'll turn that back up too. Yeah, haven't went live in a minute. A lot of things been happening and going on in the personal life and just the grind in general. I've been wanting to have this set up for a minute and do more of a podcast style content along with everything else I do. Still thinking of the name of what I want it to be, and how I actually want the format to be. But it will be around sneakers and hooping, but more life stuff too. Because there's just a lot of things I've been wanting to talk about, and I have in my brain and my thoughts the way I am, because I'm a different type of person. I feel like, and you need a place to vent and get things out and talk about stuff and get feedback from, you guys who are showing me support and things of that nature. I want to say big shout out to everybody who's been watching the videos as of late. We've definitely been going up with the videos. The videos have been, or movies have been longer. You guys have been watching them longer as well, so I appreciate that. And just like on this live stream, every other video, every video I drop, if you guys can hit the like button for your boy. Ryan, what's going on with you, bro? I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I was low key rooting for Phoenix. I was rooting for the Kings to win, only because it's just like the unknown when it comes to the Golden State Warriors. You know what I mean? Lakers and the Warriors. Okay, the Lakers won the season series 3-1, but that is regular season. It's a different animal, of course, as we all know, in the playoffs, especially going to play out there in Oracle. But if there's one or the Chase Center, but if there's one person who knows how to do his thing in the Chase Center, it is LeBron. AD can still do his thing. Like I said, they are 3-1. I don't know where the one game the Lakers lost to Golden State, where that game was, if it was in LA or if it was in, up in the Bay. But it's going to be interesting, man. I don't know how many times I've already said interesting during this live stream. But Lakers and Clippers are, what am I talking about, man? Lakers and Warriors is going to be crazy. Lakers have to split game, have to split up there, and they got to win both games here. We can't split and split. And going to Game 7 in Golden State with LeBron is just not the best thing, man. LeBron does his thing. I just don't like how, Curry and them are very dangerous. But the Golden State Warriors are truly having problems as a team. We can't ignore that either. They're having problems as a team. Draymond and Jordan Poole and just the team in general. They did get Gary Payton back. He's a big help. Who's more deeper? Who is more of a deeper team? Golden State or the Lakers? And not even being biased, Golden State or the Lakers? I personally think Golden State is a deep team as well. They're a deep team as well, Wiggins coming back makes them whole. It's gonna be crazy to see that thing. I'm confident in the Lakers lineup though. I'm confident in their players, from the starting 5 to then Schroeder, he plays well against Golden State. I know his series he didn't have the best series next to who do they just beat? Memphis, but and there's a lot of people talking about Schroeder too. But the thing is, the playoffs is a matchup situation, and there's different series to series. There's been times I remember seeing teams go on runs where, runs to the championship where one series a player didn't play at all. The next one they played a whole bunch and made a big difference. So each series is definitely different. Each game is different. So that's going to be, something that's going to be a big thing right there. You know what I'm saying? Golden State, it might be a little deeper. I live on a main street, if you guys don't know, so Fast and the Furious happens around here. A lot of times the cars, rev their engines by the time they're over here. So you guys gotta forgive me for that. I can't do nothing about it. Yeah, Golden State might be. I mean, because I don't feel like Darvin Ham is using the rotation like he could. I mean, he's doing a great job, but like I'm a fan. How do I say this? I think Mo Bamba could be a little bit more effective. I think if they play Denver, Mo Bamba will probably get some more run because he's going to be able to be a big body. Mo Bamba's good. He was hurt for a while, but he hasn't been in the rotation enough. So I don't know if they can rely on him or if they would even use him like that. But to have Mo Bamba and AD in there, as far as rim protection and on defense, that's big. But I do like the Lakers lineup of Vanderbilt, LeBron, AD, Schroeder, and I mean not Schroeder, but Austin and Russell, D'Angelo. I think that's Lakers' best lineup or most active lineup for me. That's like my favorite lineup to see. Um, you know, the way that the Lakers played Memphis, at least starting off game one, that's kind of when you saw the Lakers' real game plan when they had like Vanderbilt guarding John Morant pretty much the whole like full court and everything. I'm wondering who would do that for the Lakers. It usually would be Schroeder, but he doesn't start. So it's really interesting to see, man, how to play and match up with the Warriors because you want to get these guys tired. Speaking of Clay and Curry, but you don't want to waste your guys too for doing that. So I'm just curious to see what the matches are going to be. Really want to see how it's going to work. Looney's solid in the paint. Golden State got a good team. But the Lakers do have the Lakers. They do have the main two guys. And Reeves has definitely been playing out of his mind. He's been playing like he's going to get a big contract, which is good to see. One thing that a lot of people can agree on, Troy Brown and Beasley have not been doing much of what they're supposed to do in a sense. I think, I usually try to find a bunch of different ways to see how somebody can be effective, and Troy Brown don't really seem to be giving him enough. Maybe he's a big body on defense a little bit. Who knows? But then you got Golden State Warriors, not Golden State, James Harden and them pulling off the game today too, which I was excited to see that. I was excited to see James Harden pull it off. Rudy's definitely a good player. Big shout out to Mexico, man. Well, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, the Lakers team is not bad, man. They're a deep team. That's gonna be crazy. Like I said, I just saw Philly play a little earlier today. That was good to see them pull it off there. I see that series going 6 games, possibly 7. They won a game without Joel Embiid. That was dope to see. I'm really hoping, Philly could get past that, get over the hump. James Harden has a rep of not really showing up or fading out. Tonight he didn't. He was the reason why they won, especially towards the end. Big shots for James Harden. Joel didn't play. All you want to do on the road in the playoffs, I mean, you want to win both, but at least the main thing is to get a split. And the Sixers have already taken care of that split. So I don't know if they're going to maybe hold off and hold James Harden. I mean, hold off and hold Joel Embiid off until game 3 because they won game 1. Let's see if I talk about Chris Paul.
Return is so tough right there, man. Booker weaving his way.
They'll talk about him in a second. I mean, I'm telling you, Chris Paul's out of here, bro. It sucks. But yeah, James Harden definitely balled out, Ryan. He balled out 45 points. I think that's a playoff career high. I'm glad to see that considering how he came out there when he came to Philly last season. I think it was last season, his first season. He wasn't fully in right shape because he was still coming off that injury. And they was clowning him because he wasn't seeming like himself. But now he's in shape. He's engaged. He's another one who get them hammy injuries also. So hopefully that's not something that happens with James Harden and they can continue to go, man. Telecoms. Excuse me. Can you translate that, Manuel? But thanks for slapping through. Thank you for slapping through. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, James Harden winning, that's going to be good to see. I would love to see the Sixers beat the Celtics. You know, it would be good to see that. I don't know if that's going to actually happen. You know, if the Philadelphia Sixers could get to the finals, that would be something interesting with Joel and James Harden. I don't think they would win, but you just never know. Um, Anything can happen, injuries and all that stuff included. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Philly won. What is it? Miami's up also. They won their game too. Interesting playoffs thus far. Then we get the Clipper news. Kawhi, or the news or the report is Kawhi wants to leave. He wants to leave the Clippers um, because he feels like they were pressing him a little bit too much and trying to get him to play. I don't know if they meant this season or in the playoffs. I assume they mean for the playoffs. He just wasn't a fan of that. But I'm like, bro, they gave you all the breaks. I'm gonna play something for you guys. They gave you all the breaks. Hold up.
Fans, they're there for entertainment. Tell me what your biggest takeaway is of what Denver was able to do tonight.
I just want to hear what they say about CP3. But yeah, I'll play this real quick so you guys can know I'm not just talking about anything. It's actually somebody a reputable source for some people. Ricky Ricardo, I like that name. DeAndre Aiden, I don't know, bruh. Last series, he was hitting a lot of the mid-range jumpers. He needs to take more of them shots. The mid-range jumpers is there for him. I didn't see him pull too many of them today. I didn't watch the entire game. I did watch a lot of the game, but he definitely did not.
Two more games ago.
I don't know. I think it's because of
three now with KD are the Phoenix Suns.
He has to do more
since they've had him.
With guarding Jokic.
Series is obviously not over. This probably was the most impressive victory I've seen for Denver because it wasn't one of those games where they shoot the ball.
Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see right there, bro. DeAndre's a bum. Gabe, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Suns are done. That's the question in the chat. And right now, 57% feel like the Phoenix Suns will not win 2 games. Yeah, DeAndre's backing down from the Joker. That's clearly what it is. It's clearly I had to do too much with the Joker, so like I can't help y'all out here, which sucks, man. Which sucks.
Tonight, this was a slugfest.
Let me see.
And
I'm gonna bring this up right now.
Mike Malone talks about it all the time. He says, "Yeah, we got to play some defense. We
got to see what happens here."
When they lose a quarter, hey, we gave up.
That's crazy though. They need CP3 to be whole. Because Payne is a good guard, but it's just not solid. I have this up too because I went to Tender Greens the other day. Sorry about the signal. I want to fix that soon. I went to Tender Greens the other day to try to get me something to eat, which I still did, but more and more places I'm noticing. I don't know if you guys are noticing this in your areas too, whether you're, whatever state you're in, but cashless, debit and credit only. It was crazy because I was just surprised about this. I had just left my debit card in the car. I had to park far away. Yeah, I went to give me some Tender Greens yesterday, and it was like a lot of traffic over here. And I brung the money. I brung cash with me, and left my cards and stuff in the car. About like a block and a half, 2 blocks down. Went all the way down to get my food. Went up the stairs, up the stairs, waiting in line, everything for me to get to the register, and them tell me, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're not taking cash. We're not taking cash." I understand it, but dang.
Remember, 10 to 15 shots. All of those guys coming in the game cannot get 10 shots. Phoenix, by the way, the bench tonight.
Okay.
4 points.
What?
They had at halftime? 2. So Biombo had a bucket in the first
Phoenix
half,
bench only have 4 points in this game. That's gonna change at home.
1 out of 7. And 0 for
That's gonna
4
change at home. Phoenix only having 4 points off the bench,
The
bro.
Phoenix bench has been outscored 223 to 100. Ouch.
That's crazy. you can't win no games if your team is only having 4 points off the bench. But yeah, man, I have parked like a block or two away. Like I said, block and a half away, all the way to get up there to the register for them to tell me, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't take no cash." So I had to walk all the way back down, go all the way back down to my car to get my debit card, to come back all the way up just to come and down, swipe my card. But more places are definitely doing that. But let me go ahead and play this video so you guys know I'm not tripping. I'm not just making stuff up. Let's see if it plays.
Organization handled all this.
You guys should be able to hear this, right?
That they continued to pressure him to play when he just couldn't go. But now I'm told
I'm not able to hear this, but I think you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys are able to. I need to get maybe a mixer so I can adjust these audios, because with me streaming the way I'm doing right now, I'm only able to hear. I don't know. I got to play with it more. But yeah.
Kawhi might be ready to consider moving on to another organization. Next year, he's under contract to the Clippers at age 32 for $46 million. It's pretty great. The next year, though, at age 33, he will have a player option. So is it possible he will demand a trade ahead of next season, or even ahead of next season's trade deadline?
I don't think it's cool, bro. Let me see how much of that played. Let me see.
Nation handled all this. That they continued to pressure him to play when he $6 million is pretty great. The next year, though, at age 33, he will have a player option. So or might he wait until after next season,
and
when he can just flat out hit the open market? Organization handled.
That's gonna be interesting to see, bro. How does he want to be traded after all of this? You know, it looked like they tried it. It looked like they tried it. It looked like they tried, but it wasn't enough. Wasn't enough for the guy. We'll see how true this report is. Maybe it comes out and it's like reneged and not true, refuted, something like that. Who knows? Gonna be crazy to see what happens with that. Then we have Wizard 3s. That y'all go ahead and pick these up. One of the best Jordan 3s I've seen in a minute. Actually, after seeing it in person, I was definitely impressed by the shoe. Good quality on it. Colorway's dope too. Something that a lot of people have been looking forward to over time. You know, not sure if you're one of the people who was looking for it, but a lot of people were. But it's a pretty dope shoe. Wizards Jordan 3. It was around for a little bit. I didn't go out the next day after, like the day after, or even today to see if there were more left over. But apparently, people were going after it. People were impressed or liked the shoe. I see the poll. We got 57% of people saying that they do not feel like the Phoenix Suns will win 2 games this series. And the way it's looking right now, I don't see it happening either. They might win 1 game, make it like a 5-game, best of a 5-game series, which would kind of suck. You know, I would hope this series goes like 6 or 7, and the Lakers series goes like 5 or 6, so the Lakers can have the advantage with rest. Because, you know, AD and LeBron with rest on their side, of course you guys know what it is. But this whole back-to-back every other day type stuff for them, it's not the best, especially for AD. You know, LeBron got his rest again. He kind of got his bubble rest. Like when the year they went to the bubble, when they had that time off, then he went to the playoffs kind of fresh. He kind of got that same thing this year. So I feel like he would be the one to be around, you know. It's really about the guy AD, who anytime he falls on the floor, he might be injured. Anytime he falls on the floor, it might be season-ending injury, you know. So that's gonna be. We shall see how that works out. I don't know how I got there from the Jordan to the Wizards, but that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I think I was about to do another poll and see if anybody screws up these Wizards Jordan 3s. Who did and who didn't. Also, like I said before, you know, check out some of my recent videos that I've been putting out. A lot of information, a lot of shoes, a lot of different brands. We've been finding some good stuff inside the stores as well as the outlets. Definitely been hitting up the outlets lately too. Clearance store, regular outlet. There've been some deals there, some good returns. So if you guys have those in your area too, maybe you want to check out for yourself. Terrence, what's good with you, bro? Yeah, definitely. Um, I don't know if you saw when we were talking about this earlier, but Kawhi, man, if that's the case, that's what I want you guys to. If you guys want to chime in about stuff, make sure you type it in so we can talk about it because I'm just kind of floating with what I want to speak on or whatever the case is, you know. But Kawhi, yeah, dedicated, not dedicated to a team, but dedicated to the money. I mean, you know, that makes sense. This is my theory on Kawhi. I think Kawhi Leonard is honestly, he's a good player. When he's able to play, he's definitely a good player. I mean, the way he was playing in the playoffs this season or the games leading up to the playoffs, he was balling. Um, yeah, he was balling. It's unfortunate that his injuries have been so crazy how it's been, but I honestly feel like uh, Kawhi Leonard is Brandon Roy 2.0. Brandon Roy could have had his career stretched out longer if he was able to do this load management thing, this stuff that Kawhi and other players are doing. Because, of course, Kawhi's not the only player doing it, but he's the one doing it the most, where it stands out the most. If Brandon Roy was able to do that too and do some load management, miss 50 games, 40 games, and stuff like that, I think his career could have prolonged a little longer too. But because, the era that Brandon Roy played in, he wasn't really with that. You know, Brandon Roy played in that era where you played the games. If you were 50% you played, 60% you played. If Gilbert Arenas could have did the same thing and set out some games or some multiple games like Kawhi did, could have stretched his career too. And the list goes on with players. But for the most part, it really makes me think of Brandon Roy because Brandon Roy got injured a lot and it was always that knee. And it seems like the same thing with Kawhi, but because of the times that we're in and basically because of the times that we're in, because Brandon Roy was a top commodity just like Kawhi is too, a lethal, deadly player on the court, but he had the chronic knee injuries that kept holding him out, and he got tired of going through the whole process. If he would have took the approach of Kawhi right now, you know what I'm saying, he'd have played longer. Truly would have played longer. Uh, we see 82 games is the amount that you play in a season, and Kawhi, these are all his seasons. He's never played the 82. He played 72 and 74 twice. Every time else after that was 9, 60, 57, 52, 52. Unfortunate, but it's players like Kawhi that make the NBA's argument of shortening the schedule or the season makes kind of sense because they say if they shorten the schedule and the games, then players won't be as injured and they can play more of the games. Even if they went to 72 games, he's still missing 20 games. So that sucks. It's not cool. It's gonna be great for the regular season type stuff. You know, and Kawhi's a great player. Don't get me wrong, but the way that this is panning out, just not the business, bro. He's due 40 something million next season too. Not hating on the man's money because he definitely puts it in the work. He puts in the work. I guess he puts in the work. Maybe he just has a chronic knee injury too. Like I said, Brandon Roy did, but he's just able to sit out and the teams are understanding and expecting it. Very crazy, bro. Don't know what's going to happen with that. We shall see. Shout out to anybody sliding through for however long you're here for on the stream. I will be here for a minute talking about a few different things. I'm chilling out. I put some stuff up here on my Twitter that I kind of wanted to ramble about. New colorway of Iversons in the stores right now. These actually are supposed to drop like later this month, but some stores have them in stores now. Don't know if you guys are feeling these Iversons. A lot of colorways, man. This is like a sale with the maroon, not a bad color combination. I'm personally not just the biggest fan of all the colorways, but I like the shoe because it's an Iverson. Respect to the shoe. Respect to the shoe. You know what I mean? Yeah, that right there is gonna be crazy. We got UNC's coming pretty soon too. More images have been posted up. If you guys don't know, I have Bossco 2.0. That's my sneaker news channel, updating you guys on sneaker releases as far as Air Jordans and stuff like that. I used to do that here, but then I got hacked. And before I got hacked, I was doing the sneaker vlogs like I'm still doing, and I was drawing momentum. And then when I got my channel back and went to the news videos, it wasn't doing so well here on the channel. So I started putting all that stuff over there on Bossco 2.0. So stay tuned for that. Check it out. I upload often. This channel, I will be bringing back the sneaker reviews as I've just been busy, man. I've had a lot of kind of interesting things happen back to back over the last few weeks. March has always been a crazy month for me. I always speak on that and say that March has always been a tricky month for me ever since like 2013, 2010. Every March something significant happens where it's just it alters things for a little bit, um, and I don't have everything written down. If I had it written down from each year to break it down, but every time, man, in March is my birthday. Also, the 1st of March is my birthday, so it's interesting, man. To have a birthday, but then know that something crazy could happen this month or does. So for me this month, for me this year, uh, my March went a little wild. Um, March 1st was pretty cool. I think I did a raffle that month too that panned out. The Jordan 3 Reimagined. That was a good thing. Started to gain some momentum on one or two of the channels. Then it kind of changed a little bit for my second channel. Then like I went out. I don't know what happened. I didn't go out for a little bit. Then I went outside to go around to some of the outlets. And for some reason, I decided to wear some sandals, some slides. Um, and I ended up wearing them like all day. So like 8, 9 hours on sandals or slides. For me, it's not the best thing because I had like a previous if you don't know, I tore both my Achilles. I've had knee injuries before when I was really hooping. I might have damaged the ligament or strained the ligament a long time ago in my knee. It was one of those type of injuries that um, if you wanted to play competitively more, you had to get surgery. But if you didn't, and you just wanted to be regular and normal, then you didn't have to get the surgery because it would only flare up every now and then. It's one of those type of injuries, and my knee swelled up pretty big for like a good week and a half. I had to keep putting ice on it for a couple of days. I couldn't put any weight on it. It was crazy. Um, had me sidelined, like I said, for like a week and a half, man. Uh, just kind of wild that happened. I just went out, I got some content for a couple of days worth, so that was cool. But yeah, my knee hurt and it was just messed up. I can't even explain it. But like I said, if I had to play in a game or something, I couldn't. That's how bad they were hurting. Or my right knee, that's how bad it was hurting. So then when I finally kind of got over that, finally started to feel better for my knee around April 1st, April 2nd. And then April 3rd, I caught COVID, which I pretty much I had pretty much dodged it the whole time. You know, it's like my first significant time it actually hit me. I had a little cold or a little sniffly nose here and there before, but this time here it actually hit me. I took a test. It said yeah. They usually tell you 15 minutes to get results. My results came back in like 3-4 minutes. I had it. You know what I mean? It sidelined me after that. So I had the knee thing for about a week and a half. Was cool for like a day or two, and then had that stuff going on for a good 5 to 7 days for that too. It was like a good 7 days of me not feeling cool. The first 2 days was probably the worst with headaches and chills and all that type of stuff. Um, But yeah, I was cool after that. But it did take me about a cool 7 days. And then after the 7 days, it was like a couple more days lingering on. So I just recently started kind of getting back to the groove maybe a couple weeks ago. Couple like 2, maybe 3 weeks ago. Uh, so yeah, man, we just been grinding. Then I had, trying to make moves to make this happen here with the mic and the stand. I definitely want to get another webcam that's a little better than what I have now. I just had it for years, you know what I mean? But I do appreciate you guys coming through from now. Uh, I will have more people to talk to and stuff like that too. I just haven't really organized a lot of stuff just because there's just so many things going on, especially in the past week with my leg and then me being sick. Just trying to adjust things, get out there, still do more retail arbitrage stuff because I still move as well. You know, it's life. Everybody has stuff going on, so I'm not over here complaining about nothing. It was just a perfect storm for a little while. And then there's a thing of I was going live for a lot on the channel, and then I stopped going live, and then trying to go back live again. You kind of get a little cold feet about doing it. I always freestyle a little bit before, but I do know it's important to have things laid out on what you want to talk about. I do like the interaction with you guys when you guys are here in the chat. You guys ask questions. I do want to pull some people up if you guys want to come in and speak. But if you come up and speak, just make sure you have your camera on. You know what I'm saying? Because I want my streams and even when I do the podcast version of everything to be interactive. Man, it's Lakers Warriors, man. I'm nervous about the situation. I just seen the advertisement for Heat, Knicks, Lakers, Warriors. Heat and Knicks has always been a good rivalry when it comes to the playoffs too. Excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I can go to so many different topics. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so the live streams is something that I've been wanting to do. I had did it before. I fell back from it, but it's coming back even more so now. I just trying to figure out how and what exactly I want to do because I want to talk about a million things. I don't want to talk about just basketball or basketball shoes because the point of me doing this is to talk about more things going on in my life and just getting that out, venting, talking to my friends outside of talking to my friends that I just haven't talked to in a minute. I've been kind of isolated in a sense just because of everything I'm doing and my life and everybody's life. Everybody's been busy with a lot of different things going on, but I do have homies and stuff like that have been reaching out lately, and we're gonna try to make some things happen. You know what I'm saying? I've been dropping the ball. I'm supposed to be going over to my boy's house a little bit more too, and getting some content over there. I just for some reason haven't even slid over there. I don't know why. Well, more than one thing has been going on, but just to pinpoint it now, it's like why haven't I been? But we all got stuff we got to come over and overcome. That's the main thing. And as long as you keep doing that, you'll be straight. You will be straight. So if you don't know, this is one of the reasons again I speak on not needing to buy shoes right when they first come out, unless it's like a hot commodity and something that people will be trying to scoop up. Like we were fortunate enough to come across these Ja 1 day one. Did not get it in my size. It was sold out in my size. 13 went quickly. I do have the size 12, and I do have the review coming soon. I haven't had time to record it, and I don't even care that it's going to be late. I'm still going to do it and put my spin on it. Better late than never. The Nike Ja 1 was definitely one of the most anticipated shoes so far of 2023. Let me know if you guys were able to grab a pair or you guys even interested in this shoe. But this is a shoe that you would have to buy when it first came out, right? This is a shoe that in 2023 still has, people wanted the shoe. A lot of shoes are sitting nowadays, retros included, but some shoes still have a value or a want, and that's why you might have to pull the trigger as soon as it releases on release day, right? But the way things are going now, and the reason why I'm about to show you guys this is the fact that the LeBron 20 is a shoe that's still in the stores now. We're going to get more colorways of the shoe, and they're in the stores now for retail, which is $200. But for some reason, this colorway, the LeBron 20 debut colorway, is and has been popping up at Ross for $50. Now, I was able to go out to one of my recent stores and find this. However, this was a size 18, I believe. Check out my channel, Bobby Thrift. That's where I do a lot of retail arbitrage pickups. I go to Marshall's, Ross, Burlington, even the Foot Lockers and Flex stores. I go to those stores and find things on sale to flip them, you know. And I kind of show that process a little bit, or just give you guys an insight on where to find these type of things at. But yeah, at Ross, the one by my house, which had been a little iffy lately, they've been getting some good things, and then they go on droughts and they come out with some good things. They had them there. Like I said, a size 18 for the LeBron 20s in the debut colorway for $50. You know, for the resale purposes, like, you know, there was some money to be made with this shoe, but I'm definitely in a position, and with my past experiences, to not grab so many shoes just to hold on to them. Like, if I got this shoe, I could sell it, but who knows how long it would actually take. You know, $50, you would want to make at least 40, 50, 60 because the shoe retail for 200. But how long would you be waiting to wait for that? You know, if it was a closer size to a 13, 12, something like that, I have more options. But a size 18 was something I don't feel like it was really worth grabbing. But if you guys have, you know, those stores next to you, Ross, Marshalls, definitely peek your head in there, because, you know, you might find some LeBron 20s or other shoes that are in the current stores now that are in there. You know what I mean? Not just the LeBron 20s. I found some Kyrie Infinities as well. I do own this pair, or else I would have scooped it up. But they were $59 for them. So there definitely has been some pretty good finds there. And then next door at the Burlington, I found some Immortality 2s in like this red colorway, which I actually hadn't even seen in the stores yet. You know, so that, you know, right now is a good time to go to them places, whether you're looking for some shoes for yourself to hoop, or if you're someone out there who actually flips stuff like I do. It's there, man. It's there for you. Even though the economy is a little crazy, so you got to be real careful and picky with the items you grab to flip. As I'm showing in my videos, I'm showing a lot of dope shoes in those retail arbitrage videos, but I'm definitely not grabbing everything, because not everything is selling right now. And I'm more so into the, you know, flipping early. I'm not trying to hold on to too many things. I have too many things I held on for too long, if you know what I'm saying. Found some Kyrie fly traps also. So it was a pretty good trip at my last 2 visits, for those of you guys who are into the raw stuff, which not a lot of people here are. Some people are. But even for your personal basketball collections or collection that you want, you might find something there for yourself. You know what I mean? So look on Twitter, that's why I put that there. Got the Jordan 5 Olive images, some Jordan 1s for the women, Jordan lows, the crafts. I think there was something else I wanted to show you out here. Oh yeah. So what was it like for you guys when it came to the Kobe Mamacitas, or the Kobe GGs that just came out? I'm not gonna lie, man. To me personally, I felt like that shoe was overhyped. I'm gonna stand on it. R.I.P. to the great Kobe Bryant and his daughter and everybody else who's in the helicopter crash. You know, so it's separate from that. But I honestly feel like Nike, and I just feel like they're milking this stuff to the bone. I just feel like they're making it more of a cash thing than an actual. I don't know. I guess this is the only way to kind of honor him in a sense, but it's a cash situation. It's a cash grab. That's the word I'm looking for. And it's just, you know, I don't know. I know they took some extra steps. On trying to make it so more people could grab the shoe who actually want the shoe. But a lot of people are still grabbing it for that sense of, you know, the profitability with it, which, you know, It's the game. There's plenty of shoes out there that are made like that. It's the same thing with the virtual shoes, any off-white Nike type things. Uh, I just felt like they weren't even. I don't know, me personally, man. I really wasn't on it like that. I had an opportunity to see them a little early before they released. I get it. I get it. It's representing Gigi. It's for her birthday. I get that. All that stuff is great. I'm not taking away from that. But besides that, the shoe, the white and black, I don't know, man. Anybody put out anything with some Kobe stuff? Well, Nike, because the Adidas Kobe stuff that's dropping, people aren't really going crazy for that. The Kobe one in the white colorway or the black colorway, those are not really selling like that. I just seen at the outlet the other day that the Kobe one, the Adidas colorway, the white and yellow one is at the Adidas outlet for about it's 40% off. It was discounted, I believe, and 40% off. So people aren't grabbing it unless it has Kobe's name on it. So the Adidas Kobe's are not going to really do that well, even though they're dope shoes. And I bought one of them so far. When they release the Crazy Eights, I'm definitely going to grab those too. But I know a lot of people took L's on those things. Did anybody here hit? Did anybody here grab a pair of the Kobe GG shoes? So a few people in here. I don't know if anybody did or not. But Tar, what it do, bro? How you doing this evening, man? What's up with you, bro? I'm just here chilling out, going live, trying to get back into the groove of going live more often, more frequent. I do enjoy the live streams. I do enjoy talking to you guys. I will be bringing guests on here every now and then, as we get this stuff more rolling. Where would I go to? Come in. Yeah, man, the GG Kobe shoes are not bad, but I just felt like that was something that was a little extra. I feel like it was more of a cash grab, but people are happy about them. People are happy that they came out. I know a lot of people. I did see some Gotham's on my timeline. I did see some people, uh, come up on a pair or two, so that's always good. Oh wow, my boy was able to come across a pair of the Kyrie eights. Okay, so I said that to say because I get so sidetracked and I be forgetting my train of thought. I truly believe I have ADHD. Never got diagnosed for it yet. Don't know if I will. Maybe I will and just not take the medicine because I know the medicine has some crazy effects on you from the people I've known in the past that have this situation or that situation. I probably had it for a very long time too after realizing that I think I have it. I probably had it ever since like school, high school, shit. With all the different tendencies and traits that you hear about it, I've been doing a lot of that stuff for a long time. And maybe it's just coming to a head now and becoming more exposed to myself to where it's like I'm realizing it of the rambling of my brain and how many thoughts I have and how I act when I'm hyper focused on something, hyper focus, ADHD kind of thing, or whatever. It's just interesting to see. I'm not using it as like no crutch or nothing like that at all, but it's something I definitely notice about myself. So I'm trying to figure out how to manage that and get through that because I get in my own way a lot because of it. And I'm pretty sure I've gotten my way a lot about a lot of things. Like for a lot of things, I probably blocked or messed a bunch of shit up for myself because of that, and not knowing it though. I got invited to do a really dope opportunity maybe like 2 months ago and never took the opportunity just because of procrastination on so many different things, making up so many excuses to not do something. Oh, I'm gonna do it next time. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do because of this. Oh yeah, I'm not going to, and I just forget about it or something like that. That shit is so annoying. And yeah, it's about writing stuff down, but sometimes it's hard to write stuff down if you're driving or moving around. Then if you try to jot it in your phone, you kind of forget to either jot it in your phone or you forgot when you jot it where it's at. Like, it's crazy, bro. That shit's so fucking annoying, man. I try to slow things down and just take my time with stuff, to try to figure it out and kind of stay consistent on stuff. But it gets crazy. It's so annoying. Yeah, therapy is definitely needed, I guess, you know. But that's why I need to do this, because I want to just go ahead and talk my shit how I talk my shit with my people, when I talk to my people, how my people coming through, and just talking with you guys in general, watching me, giving you guys a little bit more of myself than that you might see in the videos. I mean, I do, you know, I do talk in my videos a lot, obviously, but just more insight of me. Maybe you want to hear it, maybe you don't. But regardless if you want to hear it or not, I want to get it out so it's off of my chest. You feel me? You getting the Forge next week, Batar? How many people out there are going after them? The Thunder Forge is definitely a dope shoe. I thought I was gonna do a raffle for them shoes, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I thought about doing a raffle for the shoes, but like being real with myself, I'm a little bit tired of the raffles. Like I like them, and I'm not completely done with raffles at all. It's just a little layer of stress that I don't need. If I was able to do a raffle and say I have a raffle coming and be like, tickets go on sale, entries go on sale for the raffles this day, and they could sell out rather quick, so I'm not waiting till like, days before wondering how many more tickets are gonna sell. That type of shit. I don't like that anticipation. And then it sucks because you're building up all this anticipation for it to sell out. You need to get all the entries sold out to the point where when it actually sells out, it's like a sigh of relief. Because I mean, of course, you want everything to go right. I don't want to do. I've done it before where I've done a raffle and nobody entered, so I canceled the raffle, or I did a raffle and a few people entered, so I had to send everybody their money back. I don't like that. I mean, I have a good enough following where it feels like I should be able to fill up what's happening, but for some reason, my response is just not like that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the timing. I don't know what it is, but and it's not for me to really worry about. Just beside, just gotta continue to do what I do. But the feedback or the response is not like you would see in other platforms, and maybe because my audience is not fully, I don't know, fully engaged enough, or maybe I'm not fully engaged enough with the audience for them to trust. But I've done enough as far as enough raffles of really good shoes and everything's went well. Uh, I don't know. You have expectations, and when they don't stand up to your expectations, you kind of think differently about stuff. So it's all in your brain. It's all a mental thing anyway. But I mean, for the most part, I'd say 90% of my raffles that I started off to do went well. But like I said, it's still annoying. Oh man, how many more slots I got left? How many more slots I got left? You want them things to fill up quickly. Because then you get people hitting you up too, like, man, you still trying to fill up your raffle slots? Oh, you ain't fill up your slots left? Which at the end of the day, I don't care about that. But it's just annoying to have people even call and ask you, or not call, but like, DM you or whatever, especially if they're not entered into the raffles. I have a few people who do that, which I think is kind of funny. I mean, I know them all for a minute, but yeah, like one of my friends is just weird. Like he kind of checks into what I do every now and then. He might share some things every blue moon, which is fine. I do YouTube for my own enjoyment of what I do. I don't do it for. Uh, I'm not doing YouTube for the response of my immediate friends and family. Like I think if you're somebody who's doing content creation and you're thinking that all your friends need to respond to everything and your family needs to respond to all your stuff you do, that's not the way to go about it, because you that's not going to get you where you got to go. It's got to be people who don't know you. People who don't know you personally will show you a lot more love and support than the people who know you personally. That's something I've learned for a long time. It's just like kind of facts. If you're in lane or in competition with anybody in the same realm of stuff, uh, it's just a different thing than somebody who doesn't have any of that in common with you. That's why like when Boosie would say like, or people would say the rappers get money and they die in their own hoods. because people in your area that know you think differently of you, and they think because they know you that they don't need to support you that way, or they don't need to do this and do this to support you or show you any type of engagement, but they'll do it for somebody they don't have no idea or don't even know about. I think that's something that's really annoying. I do see posts about that too, like your support. You should support the people you know more than celebrities that don't even know you, type of thing. I just think that type of stuff's annoying, especially like I said, you have friends who tune into what you do and chime in about what you do, but don't ever do nothing to support what you do. Oh, how many slots left you got? Oh, you're not filled up? Oh, okay, yeah, well, hopefully you get it filled up. Why are you asking me to find out how many slots I've sold if you're not participating in it? What is that? What does how many slots I sold matter to you? You're not participating in it, right? And I don't think that's a wrong way to look at it. I think that's like a factual way to look at it. It's kind of like being in my business for what though? I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate those type of people, and I usually try to stay away from that shit. You know what I mean? Don't fake support or just support to get my business. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of talks and stuff like that I don't have all the time because it's just different things I experience and engage with. That's just annoying when it comes to people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure there's some people out there who can relate, whether it's somebody here in the live chat now or maybe somebody watching on the replay can chime in the comment section and let me know how they feel about it. But that's one thing I'm curious to see what the feedback is, just what people think about it. You have people around you who kind of support to be in your business, but that's where the line stops. Oh, you got a party going on? Oh, when's your party? Oh, where's that? How much is it to get in? All right, for sure. But then don't try to come to the party, or you need help getting this, or you need help with that, or I think those type of people are. I don't know about those type of people. I've never been that type of way, so I just don't understand that trend of thought. I just don't understand it. So when I see things that just are annoying to me, I just chill out, observe, and just kick back. How many pairs is there because of all the shock drops? I have no idea. Okay, to get back to that too, I'm glad you've seen that guitar. Kind of get me back on track, even though I never went off track. I talk about everything. I need the playoff 8s, the Burgundy 5s, the 14 Laneys, and the Georgetown 5s. All of those shoes are looking pretty interesting right there. The playoff 8s, I'm a big fan of 8s in certain colorways. I think that might be a colorway I do like. 8s are iffy. 8s are very tricky. It's all about the colorways with the 8s, and the colorway that's coming out is definitely a classic colorway for sure. Speaking of the Kobe's we were talking about again, to me personally, I felt like it was an overhyped situation because everybody wants to take advantage of being a part of that. It's a sought after thing. Speaking of Kobe's shoe, something everybody wants, so obviously it's kind of a hot thing. A lot of people are getting it more so for resale purposes than for own personal consumption, which at this point is something that we all know is to expect, and it's not a surprise. But that same thing is the reason why I'm kind of good on them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got them for the purpose of saying I got them, or the purpose of saying, they flipped them. To each his own. I didn't even pull up with a hassle. I made an effort for one of my friends. He wanted to try to get a pair, so I did my job to try to help him get a pair through sneakers. But I got locked out, try to log in, and my app is still messed up. They keep asking me to put in my number so they can send me a code. But every time I do that, it says, "Oh, we're sorry, it's messed up. Try again later." It's been saying this for the last few days ever since that drop happened. So my sneakers app right now it's just messed up. It is not working. But they had a good amount of them. Vitar, you're asking how many pairs did they have? They had a good amount of pairs. I do have like a list right here of the locations that had them and their size breakdown, so you guys can see that they had a good amount of sizes. And even for somebody like me, well, you got the East LA location, only 9 pair of size 13s. You know how many people was waiting for that shoe? 9 pair of size 13s is ridiculous. It seems like the Grove had the healthiest stock. The Grove was the spot to be if you guys were trying to get your Kobe's. If you could get reserved your spot at a certain location. 92 pair of size 9s and 93 pairs of size 9.5. So from 9.5, or so from size 9 to a 10.5, that was their most stock, most amount. I don't know the overall count, Batar, if you're still here, like how many pair, 300,000, a million pair. I don't know how many were made, but this was the breakdown of what was going on. This is going on at these few stores out here. A good amount made, but I'm pretty sure all them pairs were definitely scooped up for sure. And if they weren't scooped up, they were for shit. They were scooped up. I don't even think there were any leftover pairs. I don't think nobody did not pick up their reserve pairs. I think everybody did. But they did have 29 pair of 13 or 29 pair of 13s. 13 is one of the least amount of pairs made. 29, 16, and 9. Compared to all these other numbers here. 13s didn't get as much love as everywhere else. That's just what happens. That's what's happening with the 13. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how many more releases they'll have of those Kobe's. Who knows? Sorry for the signal. The signal's messed up. Got the Gil Zeros TS in the LA colorway. Zoom Freaks down to $69. We definitely see that before. LeBron 20s down to $149. Definitely on sale, as most shoes are on sale now. A lot of shoes are on sale. A lot of shoes got the red tags going on right now. Kind of a good thing to see though. Prestos, $59. I think we talked about that earlier. Watch pink. Okay, we're off all this stuff here. On my Twitter. Outlets been on Smash a little bit lately too. I definitely said that earlier. It's definitely a good place to go to if you're trying to grab some shoes for the personal, or for flipping, of course for flipping. Let me bring that out of here. Take that off. See if I can check out what's on my IG real quick. On my Instagram, I don't even know. Yeah, this dude got some. How you get these? Kyrie 8s. I seen somebody's video the other day. I don't know who the person was. Every now and then you get recommended random videos from random people, and this dude was doing a mall vlog, and he went to one of the stores, a Foot Locker, a House of Hoops, and they had the Kyrie 8s, the Circle of Life colorway, sitting there with a sales tag. Dude walked right by, didn't even know what was going on. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I hit him up in the comment section to see like where he was at and see what kind of energy I would get back. Cause shit, I need that pair. Like, man, they got a size 13 of Circle of Life. Let me know. For retail or under retail, let me know. I'll scoop that right now. But I can understand not a lot of people will do what I do. You know, as far as picking up sneakers for other people, which I'm still doing, by the way. You know, I still got some members out there riding strong, people who've been here for a minute. I do have some new members who signed up too. Picked up a few different things, you know. Picked up some stuff here that I was actually going to show also. But yeah, somebody did find the Kyrie 8s in this colorway right here. Not a bad situation. White and black. I mean, I like the shoe. Don't need it. But I do like that shoe. It's not bad. Don't need it. Let me take this off now. 10-point game. Harden did ball out though. Can't say nothing about James Harden. He did ball out.
Harden's got 45.
Western Conference, Eastern Conference Finals is equally good. It's not like one side is more dominant than the other. You know. What else? LeBron got the men's pair size of this shoe. I can take these off because I'm not talking to anybody right now. And I don't need that for the sound. Like, you guys can still hear me. Big shout out to anybody who's still here, man. I appreciate it. You know, it gets nerve-wracking with these things because it's like, you know, when you do YouTube, you do these things and you worry about numbers as far as like how many people are watching, how long they watch for, who's watching. But like, sometimes you can't really worry about this stuff. You gotta just do what you do. There's some people outside of it sound like they're about to fight. But yeah, man, you know, it is a numbers game. I think if I didn't know, I don't know. I don't pay attention to the numbers, but then again, you have to do it at the same time. Hold on 1 second. Got the sirens coming by. My bad. For some reason, they were taking forever to come down the street, and I don't want to just keep that siren going. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this thing right here makes you think a lot about the numbers and all that stuff, which is something that's very annoying, but it is something that's a part of it, and it makes sense. It's the part that makes the engine go. It's the numbers, the viewers, and all that type of stuff. And then you see you got damn near 30K subscribers, but you don't even get 10 people or 15 people consistently in your streams. Now, I'm definitely a person that probably wouldn't care about that, but knowing that other people care about that is something that makes me care about that. Because I mean, I can continue to talk and be chill, but it does come to your thought process about the viewership and stuff. But when you're not consistent on live streams, you don't go live enough. Of course, people won't even know. They might have other things going on. You know, there's a lot of reasons for it. So at the end of the day, it's just about doing it and just trying to get better at it, which I am. You know, sometimes I have a line of things I really want to talk about. Sometimes I want to freestyle. I think sometimes you can't really do the freestyle as much unless the stuff you're freestyling about is good. But for me personally, like today, I only had a few things to really, really talk about. I have a lot of things to talk about, but it's just about what comes to my brain. You know, we first talked about the playoffs. That was the main thing. That's what we started off with. Kawhi Leonard wanted to be traded from the Clippers after, we doing a lot to get him here. As far as not we, because I don't own the Clippers, but you know what I'm saying. Uh, Clippers did a lot to get him here, and now all of a sudden he's gonna flip the switch and try to leave. That's crazy. Talk about the job one, day one, a little bit. This shoe right here, one of the most anticipated shoes of 2023. Dope shoe. We did scoop this up. I do have a size 12. I'm a 13. This is too small. I have to do my review on it first and then figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to sell it, just hold it because it is the first shoe. Or maybe even do a giveaway. But to do things like that, I need the participation to be where I need to be. Because, just gotta make sense, bro. So, recent trip to the outlet. If you guys did not see, I think I posted that video already when I went to the clearance center the other day. Actually, I did not because I just edited the video. I went to the clearance center and was able to come across some pretty good items for personal, and I scooped up something for two other people. 2 other people because the clearance center has some pretty good deals. I feel like I might have showed some of this stuff, and I actually wore these already. Came across some like Westbrook shorts. These are like some. Are these Jordan Westbrook shorts or just Nike Westbrook shorts? What are they? Yeah, some Jordan brand Westbrook shorts, some gray colorway. You guys see the Jordan brand right there. Got the Westbrook logo kind of going down the side. Kind of got some heavy dutiness to them. They were on sale for like I think $19 or something like that. Normally like $80 or $70. Definitely happy to scoop those. You can never go wrong with some basketball shorts for sure. Then at one of the outlets, not the clearance center, but one of the other outlets, I was able to find these. I had a family, or not a family coupon, but a birthday coupon, among some other things I bought that day. So came across these, the LeBron 3s, the barbershops. This shoe was actually not a bad shoe. This right here was a size 14. They didn't have a size 13. I do know sometimes shoes can be snug. Iffy about this shoe too. I like the color combination. But a size 14, once I try it on, if it looks like a big boat or something like that, I might not keep it. It was, like I said, on sale for $79 with an extra 20% off. I do like the shoe. Once we try it on, we'll make our last decision on that, on what I want to do with this shoe right here. I was just surprised to see it on sale for $79 with a 20% off. I do like this LeBron silhouette, and this colorway is one of the better ones of the recent releases. So yeah, we came with these, got these brand new full box under $79, which was dope. So we got a LeBron 3 barbershop. Then I came across these. This is the one I was really excited about. Size 13 and a half, which is a unicorn size. You don't ever find a 13 and a half of a shoe. Brand new, dead stock, no box top. You know how it goes with the outlets. But the Kyrie Infinity Valentine's Day colorway, finding this in my size is definitely more than retail. Like, it's definitely has a resale value to this colorway. Like I said, finding them for $49, you can't go wrong with that. So 2 good finds in my recent trip to the outlet when it came to shoes. From these LeBrons to these Kyries right here. Kyrie's, no mistaken, for sure going to stay in my collection. Like I said, I was looking for this colorway, but I wasn't tripping when it first came out because I just felt like I didn't feel like I had to rush to get them. But the size 13s and bigger sizes did go quickly because there wasn't resale value to them. So now to find them underneath retail is a perfect situation, and that's why when I show you things like this, and then we talk about the LeBron 20s that's at Marshalls or at Ross for $59 when it retails for $200. I've told you guys about examples before of me buying shoes that a few weeks later they end up at the discount stores for cheaper. So unless it's like a really hype sneaker, you really don't have to grab the shoe when it first comes out, because 9 times out of 10, especially if it's a Nike, and 9 times out of 10 you're going to find it at an outlet. So if you have outlets next to your area, visit them frequently. This is the shoe right here that I'm curious to see if somebody happens to find it at the outlet. I doubt that. The only way this will make it to an outlet is that, in case somebody bought the shoe, it was too snug, because these are snug. They recommend you go up a half a size. So if somebody was just a common person out there buying the shoe for themselves, they couldn't fit it. Even them, the way that people are being nowadays, casual people are knowing about resale. So if people get them and they're not their size, they might still hold out and try and sell it, or trade somebody to get their size. So I don't know if this will pop up at the outlets, but definitely if I'm able to see that, I'll let you guys know. And if you guys happen to be out somewhere at an outlet or something and see them at the outlet, let me know, because I'm just curious to see if the Ja 1 Day 1 colorway will make it there. Not saying it's an invincible shoe that it can't, because you see all kinds of shoes popping up there for various reasons. But the main reason is because a lot of people don't know that this shoe right here is very snug, and it's recommended to go up a half a size. But if you've never been able to try it on before you bought it, you wouldn't have known that. Or if you didn't watch reviews about it, you wouldn't have known that either. Told you the background gets crazy sometimes. Just I live on the main block, so I can't do nothing about that. Overall, dope shoe. Pretty cool shoe right here. I feel like this thing is heavy. As I hold it in hand, this thing definitely has some weight to it. But the silhouette itself is not too bad. And then, of course, the Kyrie Infinity, the Valentine's Day dope colorway. I'm a fan of it too. Very happy to have that into my collection. And then as far as apparel, because I did get some apparel that day, I showed you guys the Westbrook shorts that I came across. But one thing that was dope at the clearance center is the fact that they have it's called Tech Fleece, right? So I found some Nike Tech Fleece in some pretty good sizes here. Normally retail for $110, found them for $39. And I had a birthday coupon, so I was able to apply a little extra discount to it too. Found a brown colorway. Might go with like your mochas or something like that if you have mochas in your collection. Or maybe you might be somebody out there who's going to buy those Jordan 1 Palominos. That colorway would go perfect with these actually that would go good with these Tech Fleece right here. Palominos dropped not too long from now, not too far away from now. But yeah, man, the outlet's definitely been on point with some of the steals that we've been able to find. So check that out if you have an opportunity to. You know what I mean? My laptop be iffy sometimes, so I would love to put up something to react to in a sense, but that's something that's kind of hard to do because it might start lagging or something like that. I don't know, but I'm working on that too. You see, we got the mic, we got the stand, I got the headphones. I got enough to make it work for what we're doing right now, but we're gonna get it better, get my lighting set up a little better too. Um, yeah, man, this is what it is. It is what it is, bro. They made a fragment GT cut too, and that the guy Tucker, right? PJ Tucker wore them, I guess, tonight. Pretty dope colorway right there. And the GT cuts are not a bad shoe. The silhouette looks pretty dope, man. I'm not gonna lie. They got a lot of good colorways in that shoe. A lot of good colorways in the GT cut too. I'm over here talking about something but not showing you guys. My bad. Because sometimes when I show you guys, that's what happens. The signal kind of goes down a little bit. So hopefully that could turn around. Come on, signal. Come back. I don't know how long I'll be live tonight. I will be going for a while because, I want to just get back into the flow of feeling this, doing this, more comfortable with this, bringing people on to come and join me with this. I can do this, and I do this. I've done it for a while. Like I said, you stop doing it, you kind of psych yourself out. But I definitely didn't invest in this stuff to not do it the right way or do it the way I feel, you know. So you guys will see me going live more and more, and my lives will be long. I won't be doing too many short lives unless it's just not a good day or something like that. I don't know. But how could it not be a good day, man? Every day on earth is a good day. 45 points, 6 assists, 2 steals, 7 3-pointers for James Harden. Can you guys hear that music in the background? Somebody out there is playing like some random music just out of nowhere. Got Jordan. Jordan about to hit the ball. Look at MJ. MJ could do it all. All-time leaders NBA playoffs. James Harden number 4. LeBron's number 3. I thought LeBron's nickname was LeBrick. How was LeBron's nickname LeBrick, but he's like the leading scorer all time in the NBA? Plus, he's top 3 in 3-pointers made in the playoffs behind Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. How is LeBron James? How is it LeBron? How is it LeBrick? I don't understand. Oh yeah, I was able to find this shirt too at the outlet that same day. I went there and I found I had one already. But as I spoke before, it was a size large, so it was too big because they fit big. But I found the Toon Squad LeBron tee for like $19. I do like this T-shirt, and I do have some stuff to go with it. So that's why once I seen it again, it was a size medium, but because it fits big, it works for me. And I have gained some weight, which I'm definitely trying to lose, man. Shit. This weight stuff is crazy. You get lazy. You got people around who are lazy who don't encourage you to do stuff like that too. That's the worst thing when you're trying to do something one way, but you got people around you doing stuff another way. It just makes it kind of hard. I wish everybody could be on the same place, same pace. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be on the same pace, but you can't. Everybody got their own lives and they'll do what they want to do. And I'm not about to argue with people about doing things that you feel should be done. Whoa. Let me see. I'm about to let me take this off. I'm gonna see if I can do this real quick. I'll pull me up a invite link. So this weekend is the Jordan 1. What we got this weekend? The Jordan 1 elephant print is what drops this week. Jordan 1 elephant prints dropped this week. I don't know if anybody's really going after those shoes. I think a lot of people don't like that. That's not bad. That's a pretty good sight right there. I think the last picture was better. What did Charles say?
Them young boys coming. They are down 3-2 in the series back to Los Angeles for Game 6 on.
Charles is a fool, bruh. Good to see James Harden come out with the 45 points, though. I'm not going to lie, because people have been talking trash about him for a long time, bruh. A long time. It's only one game. I'm just hoping he can keep it up. This is dope. This is dope. That's fire. All kind of talent, man, everywhere. There's talent everywhere. This is crazy. I wish I could do something like that. It just looks like it takes forever to do that. James Harden, let me see. I'll go into my DMs real quick and try to send a message or two and see if I can get somebody to come on and talk to me for a second. One of my homies. Or maybe I'll put a link in the chat to see when you guys want to talk about. What time is it though? 10:40? Let's see what he's doing. What JR? See if he's around. Who else do I want to send an invitation to quick? Yeah, man. Interesting things here. We're going to see how this works out. Nobody knows I'm doing this, so I'm just hitting on right now. See if somebody's around. Lucas here too. I have a Discord. If you didn't know, link is in the description always. I also have a group chat on Instagram for my members where we chop it up about different things when I'm out in the streets. I send them pictures of what I see. But yeah, follow my Discord, Energy 810. It's a free Discord. We just chop it up and have a good conversation in there about multiple things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I just like to interact with you guys, the people who watch my videos and stuff like that. Getting feedback from you guys, seeing how you guys have been, or just seeing what your energy is like on a daily. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to just chop it up about random stuff, or chop it up with people who have like-minded situations. Let me see. Yeah, I usually do things without planning them because when I plan it, it always goes wrong. That's what's so funny. They tell you to plan stuff. They tell you the daily plan and plan out your stuff. But it's crazy because a lot of times you plan it out and there's so many things that come up to mess up your plans. And they supposed to roll with the punches, but that's just annoying, bro. I'm trying to see if I can find. Yeah, I'm a damn introvert. That talks to people, which is weird. How can you be introverted, but then you want to talk to people at the same time? Does that make even sense right there? Could that make sense? I don't like people, but I like you at the same time. Does that make sense? I feel like there's a lot of stupidity in the world that just annoys me. But I know there's a lot of good in the world too. You feel me? It's like the good and the bad. Trying to stay away from these sweets. Haven't had a Snickers in a little bit. I feel like I've been longer than an hour 35 minutes, but I could be wrong. Who's in the building? We got some people in here, but I don't exactly know who in here. Sometimes you get so fired up, you be having these topics you want to talk about, but then you might smoke or chill and realize you ain't got no topics to talk about. Because what might be cool or fun to you might not be cool or fun to other people or funny. Oh, no. Oh, dude. Yeah, I was just hitting people up on some random shit because, like I said, I didn't plan none of this out, but I was like, let me see. The Leg Show. The Leg Show champ. What's good with you, my guy? What are you thinking, man? Let me know your feedback on this playoffs. What will this Philly situation look like? What's up with Phoenix? What's this Laker and Golden State Warrior matchup going to look like? Let me know your feedback in the chat. I'm curious to see what the people are thinking. If I had to give my predictions, I see Denver winning in 5. I would love for it to go 6 or 7. I honestly think it will go 6 or 7 because I don't think Kevin Durant and Devin Booker together can get swept. I don't see them only winning one game either. I think they're too lethal to only win one game. You know, with Chris Paul being out, I think he's going to be out for a while. I think they can squeeze at least 2 games out and make it a tough game 6. Like, you know, or yeah. Well, if they win 2, if they win 2 games, it would go to a game 7. Can they pull out 2 games? Denver's in 6? Yeah. Like that game 6 is going to be a close game, but they'll still lose it. Maybe Denver and LA. That's what I would love to see. You know, but Golden State and Lakers is going to be crazy. Curry and Clay has been a thorn on LeBron's side forever. You know, hopefully the rest of the Lakers can kind of continue to be what they're supposed to be. If Rui can stay doing what he's doing, if the boy Austin can continue to do what he's doing, they should have a good, they should be straight. I'm hoping, every series is different. Sometimes players are active in this series, sometimes they're not active in the other series. I'm hoping Troy Brown and Mike Beasley can come around for this series. You know, they had high hopes for Mike Beasley, which I understand, or Mikal Beasley. He's a shooter, he's a scorer, but he's just not been able to do it with the Lakers so far. And that's usually what happens. It's like the LeBron effect. Sometimes these players is really good at what they do. When it comes to playing with the boy, they can't hold up their end. They disappear. It's just a natural thing that happens. I don't even think it's their fault. It might be just some weird energy that's around LeBron. Sometimes you got to be around LeBron more than 1 year to become your regular self. Example of that is KCP. Once he got around the Lakers, once he got around LeBron, that first year Laker Nation hated him because he messed up so much. But then he came back that next year and balled out and was a clutch player for them and was a reason why they won. So I feel like Beasley could be fitting that exact role. However, it would be dope if they could win a ring this year and then he come on next year to make them even more of a threat. You know what I'm saying? It really is interesting to see. I like what the Lakers did during the trade deadline. All the moves they brought in was great. They got younger and taller and added some shooting. Rui's putting Rui, Mr. Hachimura is definitely doing his thing and holding it down and doing what he's supposed to do. Hitting them threes, hitting the mid ranges, playing big basketball. He backs people down. He has a post game, a mid range game. LeBron's learning how to play with these guys, so that's good. I like what I'm seeing with the team, man. But it all depends on Bambi legs. If Bambi legs can continue to have his sturdy, strong legs, we'll be good. You know, you know. I see Wyndon Gabriel getting some minutes. That's dope to see. My bad, I shouldn't be showing. Is Tristan Thompson going to get any burn? I honestly feel like they brought Tristan along for Jokic. I feel like if they get there, to be honest with you, Tristan might be a good use in this next series with the Warriors. He definitely knows a little bit about them with LeBron. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much he can help. And how did he just come in and they don't even use Mo Bamba? I'm saying I like Mo Bamba, man. Mo Bamba should be useful. He's like 7'3", can shoot threes and defend the rim. They need to utilize Mo Bamba. I know you need to build chemistry before the playoffs, but Mo Bamba can help the team. But when you got a rotation already, it's kind of hard to just mess it up like that. But Mo Bamba, man, I don't know if the people out here watching know about Mo Bamba. You know, Mo Bamba. Are you guys seeing this? Yeah, Mo Bamba truly is that dude, man. And Mo Bamba is he's a slept on dude. I'm not gonna say he's all of that, but he could be a solid contributor for their team. I was trying to figure out how to go live on my Discord while I'm live on YouTube. Like, there's a way to do that where I can like talk to you guys who are on my Discord too, but I'm not quite sure how to do that. I gotta figure it out now. Different forms of interaction. I wouldn't even know who to send a message to invite right now because everybody's like, it's later. It's 10:50. Because I like last night I did like a test stream and stuff. When I bring guests on, it will sound clear for you guys. Um, it's so weird because at first I had ideas of but then I just be forgetting, man. I just be forgetting. I just be forgetting. Denver is. Oh wait. Did I realize he said Denver in 6 though? Denver in 6. Shout out to Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones was a monster. Jerry Stackhouse was a Cooper as well. Ray Allen. Every team starting shooting guard from 1996-97 season. Allen Houston, Nick Anderson, Kerry Kittles. Whatever happened to Kerry Kittles? I forgot this guy's name. Anthony Peeler. I forgot his name too, but he was. I was watching the Clippers when he played. Lamont, is that? I forgot this guy's name too. They should have gave some of these guys better pictures. What? Another LeBron 20 colorway. I wonder how many more of those colorways do we have on the horizon as far as the LeBron 20s. Let me see something. Let's get this together. Let me get this together. We chilling and all, but I don't want y'all like bored. I feel like y'all might be bored because like nothing in the background, no music. You know. Yeah, man. Golden. I would love for. Philly to beat Boston. If Philly beats Boston, that's big in the playoffs. Hey, Lake Show, man, I appreciate you sliding through, man, for however long you were here for. Have a great day tomorrow at work. More live streams coming, more interaction on these live streams. Um, we will do a lot more when it comes to the interaction on live streams. So I appreciate you coming through now. It will only get better, so I'm not even tripping, man. But thank you for your energy for coming through. You feel me? Um, Jordan won Lucky Greens already at the outlets too. Something wild there. I scooped up a pair size 13. You guys saw that in one of my recent videos, but I did not keep the size. I have a friend that lives out in Wisconsin. He had a hard time getting them. He's a 13 also. I wasn't really tripping on the shoe, the fact of everything I've been seeing. So I went and sent them off to him for the retail price. It's crazy, man. Like I said, these shoes are so iffy nowadays. The pricing of everything, people returning stuff, things going on sale like crazy. It don't really make a lot of sense to buy too many shoes for full retail value. I feel I feel that in my brain every time I think about buying a shoe because it's like in a week or two this thing's gonna be half the price or less. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, fuck it, I won't do it. I'll be thinking about it. I definitely be thinking about it, but I don't really know what shoe right now that's coming out that I would have to like make sure to buy when it came out. I said to myself this year I was only planning to have maybe 5 shoes. I was planning to maybe buy only like 5 shoes, this year. And so far, so good. So far, I'm not at 5. I'm at like 2 or 3 maybe. But when you come to these outlets visits, that's where things change up. I was really talking about shoes that are dropping like in the stores. Outlet visits are a little different, but they are still consumption. So I don't know. That's what makes it a little tricky. Because I had no idea that I would find these for $59. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea about that. If I find the Kyrie Low 5, there's a Kyrie Low 5 community colorway. I seen somebody buy for $49. I need that. So LeBron really checks his stats?
Damn, I thought you.
Well, who said LeBron was checking the stats to see how many points he had? Maybe he's checking the stats to see like what the other team's doing, what their best players doing, type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily a bad thing. That's all I'm saying. It's not like he's saying, "Oh, how many points I get? Oh, I need to get this many points in this many minutes." Like I don't think he was doing that. But of course, that's probably what it looked like. Look at the chocolate cakes. I'm not gonna lie, that stuff right there is talent. It's hard to do shit like that.
Sweetness in my life. You sugar. Yes, please. Sugar.
Look good. I think the Mambacitas, what are these, the Kobe 6s? The Kobe 6 was a little bit better than the Kobe 4, in my opinion. So they're going to milk this up, man. They're going to do this every year for all her birthdays. Is that really honoring her? Or is that a cash cow? Is that really honoring her? Or is that an opportunity to get money? For real, though. Man, I think that stuff is tricky, bro. I really think that stuff is tricky, and I get mad at stuff like that because it's like, yeah, people are gonna run to go grab it. They want to grab it, of course, because of what it is. But man, it's knowing that. I mean, from what I'm hearing, the dude, he was kind of done with them. He was kind of done and fed up. He was like in Kyrie's situation as far as not being cool with them no more in a sense. So like, them making all these other shoes in honor, it's like not really. It's like fake. It's like I don't know. And then to go and consume and buy it seems like I'm just feeding into something I'm not supposed to. I don't know, man. I don't like that. But it is what it is. Each his own. Everybody gonna do what they do. But me personally, I just think it's a waste. I think it's a cash cow. It's just something that they're trying to do to get money, making money off the back of dead people. That's what the game is about. you know. So he's gonna keep coming out with different silhouettes to represent this and represent that on his honor, and this the honor, their honor. Like, why wasn't this happening before? Why wasn't she getting a shoe beforehand? He was a Nike player. Why didn't he get a? Why couldn't they give him a deal like the, you know, for LeBron's kid, like you're doing with LeBron kid? LeBron got the NXXT, technically the Bronny James shoe right there. Why couldn't they have done that for her? She was a baller too, right? But now they want to do it afterwards to where they can make money from it, and like it's a cash thing, bro. That's it. That's the part that's annoying. Then you got people breaking in the necks to do this because it's about the cash thing. Like it's the same thing. You go, like I was at the outlet the day it happened. People went crazy for all the Kobe stuff in there because they was going right to sell it. It is what it is. It's the game, but it's interesting, bro. It's just how my brain thinks about it. You know what I'm saying? Not really feeling these Jordan 1s. They look a little different. Maybe in person they might be better, but the way I'm seeing them now online, the Spideyverse 2.0, not as good as the previous one that they did, in my personal opinion. What kind of DJ is this? This DJ get turned. I should be twerking with him too, huh? You gotta have fun with your job. Ooh, we did the hard 7. These is not bad. These ain't bad. Harden definitely held it down today. Definitely a good thing to see because he be disappearing. AD getting hurt every time. What's all this, bro? Why does everybody go for the balls and stuff? What's up with this? He got hit there. They did him dirty right there. He reached for it, kind of grabbed for it, and talking about like what I do. What is up with that? People going to the. This is like. Am I tripping on what I'm seeing right now? NBA. Who said the NBA is not dirty? Who said the NBA is not dirty? They still out here doing crazy shit. May 2023, Jordan releases AJKOs in 2 colorways. It's like the dark royal blue. Then you got the shadow of the 2 airships. AJKO right here. Jordan 1 low, Jordan 1 high. May is a little tricky on a month, man. You know, I think the best shoe is probably by far the 4s. The 4s come out this month, right? In May? I'm pretty sure they do. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. R.I.P. Pop Smoke. What else is here? Nothing else really there. Okay. I'll pull that down. Big shout out to anybody here chilling out. Been going for about an hour, 53 minutes, just talking about a bunch of random stuff. Kawhi wanted to be traded. You know, Chris Paul getting injured. Him in a hamstring. They're going to hold us. They're going to hold it like this, dangling it till they let us know what's up. Maybe we'll get the information tomorrow afternoon. It's looking like the hamstring quad thing that he always deals with every time. Every time he gets to the second round and past that, he's bound to have one of them injuries. It always happens where it seems like nothing happens, but then he's hurt. And those are the worst injuries, the ones where like non-contact type of situation. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, man. It really is. It really is. It's really unfortunate. Maybe at some point, I mean, I don't know. How many more years can he go? How many more years can he do this? You know, I rock with Chris Paul. I really do. I really do. You know, but like, you know, some of that stuff that injury stuff is something you can't get away from, and the injury he keeps having, the quad hamstring stuff, that's not an easy thing to just get by. And he's a point guard, so he needs that lateral, all that movement. He needs that. So it's like, what you gonna do, CP? What you gonna do, CP? They gonna need you. Unfortunate. Wait, okay, yeah, that's what I want to go to. Threes and the fours come out this month, right? Let me see. Isn't the Lucky Green threes and the Jordan 4 Thunders coming out? I could be wrong, but I could be right. On my other channel, Bossco 2.0, I do sneaker news and reviews. If you did not know, of course, I have to promote myself because it's myself. Wilbert, what's going on with you, bro? Welcome to the stream. Going late night, talk about a bunch of different things. If you missed it, we talk about Kawhi's situation. Let me know what you think about that. If you have any thoughts, word is he wants to be traded. Saying the Clippers were trying to press him to play so much in the playoffs or whatever. That's wild, bro. That's wild. I don't understand that. They gave this man so much leeway. But now he's going to say the same thing that he said with San Antonio. So that's going to be interesting. Georgetown 5s for sure. Hold up, we got the traffic going by. Excuse me, y'all. Living on Main Street, so of course, can't do anything about the traffic that goes by sometime. Share. Yeah, dark royal blue, AJKOs. The Jordan 2 women's cool gray is definitely not a bad color. I want to see what that material looks like. It looks like it's going to be some nice new bucket suede on there. I think it goes to a different page. Oh, it stays on the same page. It does. A shout out to Sneaker Bar Detroit. Definitely a place to get a lot of information about upcoming Jordan releases, past Jordan releases as well. So it has the mix of nubuck and suede on here. Nubuck and suede mix. Dropping May 4th. Yeah, this is not a bad color for the 2. It is a women's Jordan 2. I don't know if it's coming in extended sizes. I don't see myself picking up any 2s anytime soon. Or anything, really. I don't know. Trade wear. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, too. I don't know where he would be traded, where he would try to demand a trade to. He's still under contract for next season, about $48 million next season underneath the Clippers. So I don't know if he's just gonna try to, stay there for the season and then try to just leave for free, or make it to where they want to trade him because they feel like they don't want to hold him and not get no value back for him. But yeah, it's my thing is the source that said it was a reputable source. I guess Skip Bayless is the one who mentioned it. I saw it on his thing. So let me see. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the scenario would be. I felt like it was working perfectly for him and the Clippers. The part that's crazy is they let him sit out the games already and didn't really say anything. So
might be ready to consider moving on to another organization. Next year, he's under contract to the Clippers at age 32 for $46 million. It's pretty great. The next year, though, at age 33, he will have a player option. So is it possible he will demand a trade next season or even ahead of next season's trade deadline? Or might he wait until after next season when he can just flat out hit?
You can see that there. I don't know if he said more on his podcast after that clip that he put there, but that's what he put out there. And I saw that, and I thought that was kind of interesting yesterday. I thought that it would have been brought up on the radio waves today, but I didn't see anybody really talk about it today. So not exactly sure how 100% that is. But I mean, he's saying some close sources to him let him know that that's what's happening. And that's just man. I feel like the Clippers are doing everything right by him. They paid him. He's home. All that other stuff. He sat out a lot of games, 52 games. I thought, shit. But you never know, man. So yeah, this weekend is the Jordan 2 Women's Cool Gray, and then the Jordan 1 High White Cements. 160. I think these will be sitting on the shelves. I think these will be at the outlets pretty soon too. It was crazy seeing the Jordan 1 Lucky Greens at the outlets already. Did I put out that video? I did put out that video. Jordan 1 Lucky Greens at the outlets, like heavy. You know, they were on the back wall. They were still retail, but they had the 20% off because the back wall was 20% off. Sometimes 30% off. You know how that goes with outlets. But it was the week after. It wasn't even like 2-3 weeks later. It was like the week after. Kind of thought that was strange. But you know, that's also in the line of Nike going direct to consumer, having it at their store for retail. Even though you get 20% off, it's still for retail price, and they still get money. It's coming straight from them. So I don't know. We're gonna see how that's been working too. Are they gonna just start sending the shoes back if they don't sell? If they don't sell inside the Foot Locker and Flex store, send them back to a Nike, and Nike will put them in the outlets for a slightly 20% off price. Spider-Man joints is supposed to shock drop tomorrow. Not really. I'm not a fan of them, man. They're cool, but not for me. I want to see what they look like in person. Probably try and get my hands on them for content purposes, but I'm not really interested in them for personal. Eric, what's good with you? Welcome to the stream, bro. How you doing? Stephs, what's going on with you? How you doing, bro? Getting back out there to the retail arbitrage. We've been finding some things out there, bro. LeBron 20 is at Ross right now for $50. I'm sure you know though. LeBron 20 in the debut colorway. I wonder how many more colorways will start popping up too. And that's crazy. That's a colorway that's out in the stores now. It's still around, but it's already at Ross. Talking about a bunch of things today. Been live for a while. Kawhi allegedly wants to leave the Clippers. Chris Paul just got injured. I'm curious to see how that's going to go, but I'm pretty sure Chris Paul's going to be out till like game 4 or 5. He probably won't. The way I'm predicting it, the way I would like it to happen is Phoenix goes home and wins game 3. I want to say win game 3 and game 4, but I feel like that's just me hoping. I think realistically they'll win game 3, but maybe lose game 4, and maybe Chris Paul come back game 6. Wait, game 5 maybe. The way Denver played today at home, I don't see the series shifting too much. But you never know too. Getting home and home cooking is a little different. And they do have Durant and Booker, but they had Durant Booker tonight. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully everything is good, and hopefully the busy week is a good thing too. I definitely will be putting it on my Instagram or in my videos for sure if I come across them. A couple people have asked me for some sizes as well too. I'm going to try and get to another location or two in the next couple of days to see if we can find some more. I just put out that video today on Bobby Thrift. Bobby Thrift's my other channel. I'm not sure if you guys don't know, Bobby Thrift, my retail arbitrage channel. I did find a pair of LeBron 20 debuts, but it was a size 18, but it is $50, man. $50 for the LeBron 20. Like I said, this has been happening a lot, so that's what's making me hesitate on buying a lot of things in the store for retail, because you'll probably find it at a cheaper price just a little bit later. Unless it's a hype sneaker, Ja 1 Day 1's probably not. Like the first colorway, probably not. You won't find that. But to see LeBron's new silhouette at Ross, while it's also at Nike and at Foot Locker, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like they have been putting them down a little cheaper. I put up in Twitter I showed earlier that the LeBron 20s are $149 at the stores right now, like in a couple colorways, $149 for the LeBron 20s. That's not bad. $50 of course is what you really want it for, but $50 is even cheaper than a clearance store. If that LeBron popped up at the clearance store, it would be $99. So for Ross to have it for $49 or $49.99 is just crazy. And that's exactly why, for me personally, as I said plenty of times in this stream and other streams, why it's not worth buying the shoe right when it first come out if it's not a hype sneaker. Travis Scott, you have an opportunity to buy it at Foot Locker, you have to buy it. The Ja Day one, because it's the hype sneaker for that, you would have to probably buy that. But like Jordan 1 Lucky Green, you really didn't have to buy it when it first came out. You wait a week and some days, you might find it at the outlet for 20% off or 30% off, depending on the weekend you go and find it. And I'm just curious to see how much more of this is going to happen like that. You know, like I said, it's also feeding into what Nike was saying they're going to do as far as going to direct to consumer, because if they're getting them back from their stores and just selling it from their outlets, even though it is discounted with 20% off, it's still Nike selling it straight to, you know, the consumer. It's still falling in that line. They've already put out reports about closing over 400 Foot Lockers inside the malls. You know, all that's going to do is just have more inventory go to their actual Foot Locker or their actual Nike stores and Nike outlets, which at the end of the day is good for us because right now it's being discounted. You know, we saw the Cherry 11s. I saw in my recent. Did I put the video out? I feel like I did. Yeah, on my channel, Cherry 11s. They have replacement boxes, but they were perfectly fine Jordan 11s. Cherry 11s, $225 with 20% off. Replacement boxes. If I go into a Ross and find a Cherry 11, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You guys will for sure know as soon as I do though, because I'll put it on my story on Instagram, my story on YouTube, my Instagram reel, a YouTube short, a Facebook post, a Twitter post. If I find a Cherry 11 at the damn Ross for $49.99, I mean, who's to say that don't happen? I've found Jordans at the stores like that before. That's not ancient, but it's crazy to see that could happen. Yeah, that's the only one that's out there. Oh, you don't like the Steph? You don't like the debut colorway? I'm not mad at it. It's pretty cool, white black with the translucent blue outsole. I think it's a pretty cool combination. But yeah, I'm just surprised in general that colorway is there. Oh, dope! Very nice, Eric. You did hit on the Kobe's. That's dope to hear. That's dope to hear. And you hitting your side eye soon, right? Yeah, I would assume because everybody at one point became a reseller, or at one point everybody got their little antennas up about reselling. So that's why you even had to deal with, not only did you have to deal with other resellers coming into the Rosses and Burlingtons and stuff, but you start getting the associates hip to game too on certain things. So you don't even have to deal with them, and that's going to only go back now when it comes to certain shoes, for sure. Got to deal with the workers. In the clothing, yeah, to be honest with you, I haven't really been searching so much clothing inside Ross and Burlington and Marshalls like that lately. If I do search for clothes, it's more at the outlets. And the reason is because I'm not even gonna lie, I developed some type of like annoyance or maybe anxiety or whatever when it comes to going through all the clothes at Ross, just sifting through each one. You go through the whole rack to find one item or maybe two. That kind of gets annoying, but you got to do that too. But then you flip it and you take it to when you go to like a Nike outlet, and you don't have to do as much sifting through as much clothes. You still have to sift through, but like you could go through a smaller rack. And I in my last outlet video, I thought I included this content, but I didn't. But I told you guys earlier. So yeah, you could go through all them clothes at Ross and try to find, try to find a couple items that work, and not find nothing, or find one or two items, or you can go to a Nike outlet or something like that, or Adidas outlet, and find a bunch at one time. I went to the Nike clearance store and was able to come across. It was only three of them, but it was three in a row, and they all worked. Some Tech Fleece, Nike Tech Fleece, in a brown colorway, size extra large, which is a good size. Like I said, $39. They normally retail for $100. Um, so you know, I think that's kind of the way to go, at least for me. If you have an outlet by you, or outlets, you might want to start going there too, because they're pushing a lot of stuff for a discounted price out of the outlets. Um, Adidas outlet got the 40 or 50% whenever you go there, depending on when you go. And then of course Nike been doing their thing, but they've definitely been putting a lot of sales because they need to make room for the inventory that's still coming in, and then they got the returns. So um, that's why I feel like I search for my apparel more when I go to the outlets as opposed to Ross and Marshalls, because sometimes you can go through the whole rack and find nothing, like I said, or sometimes you can go through and find, two or three things that might be cool, that's not super, that, it could also be flooded too. So it's just a little here and there, you know what I mean? Needles in the haystack for real. So it's about eliminating that process. What's good with you, cool? Yeah, definitely good for the videos. I mean, it's cool to go through each thing, and kind of definitely shows that stuff, when you go through the each clothes to show the stuff, but you're kind of wasting time too. And when it does come to videos, you want to have a lot of content, but you want to make sure it gets to the point, because as we've been seeing, people getting so used to the TikToks and the shorts and the reels, the attention span in the videos is like 9 seconds, 8 seconds, maybe even 5 seconds now, some shit like that. So you kind of have to have things to keep people's attention. And going through a whole rack of Ross to not really find much, that kind of drags. It's just different. So just for content purposes and for my annoyance level, I don't have to. I don't really go through the clothes at Ross and Marshalls. But I do have sections that I go through specifically and check there, and I just don't go through the whole racks no more. In my most recent video on Bobby Thrift, I actually did go through the apparel at this Ross, and I found it was a jacket. It was a Nike women's jacket that was like $29, but the retail tag was like $175. I didn't grab it though because I scanned it for Amazon and it didn't pop up, and I wasn't really gonna try to do with eBay or Mercari, so I left it. I'm not sure if I threw it in the video or not. I feel like I did it. I'm not sure. And then I also found, I did put in the video. If anybody, it's Steph's213. If you happen to watch the video, that polo jacket with all them patches, that was actually dope. It was not. I didn't want to wait for it, or my platforms, because I'm not trying to like sit on shit. I'm really done with the holding stuff like that if I don't have to. It was a dope jacket that would probably sell, but I don't know how long it would take. We're getting into the warmer months, so I don't know if a jacket like that would sell right now. It was on I think the retail tag was like $39, but the resale or the original retail tag was like $380 or $390. It's like a polo jacket. It looked dope. It was a women's polo jacket. So when I do go to those stores, when it comes to the clothes, I'll go to the women's active, like the women's active tops, and sometimes the men's active tops. But even then, I don't, because the men's actives have not been the best for me. They've been having a bunch of weak stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's either it's like shoes. I go to men's shoes, kids shoes, women's shoes, and then women's active, and then I'm out. But the outlets will be different. I'll go through more stuff. Because there's more stuff there's better stuff to look at. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rawson, yeah. It really depends on your location. I would say, I mean, I guess it's true for Ross, Burlington, and Marshalls when you say you have to go to 8 a day. But I think, Ross locations is kind of really that's a little, it's like the locations of the Ross, because you know, maybe it's just the luck. Cause I can go to like one or two and find a pretty good amount of things, but only going to one or two in the day as opposed to going to like 8. But it depends on how much you're trying to get and what you're actually looking for to really come up with stuff. So I guess it kind of, I guess I see what you're saying on that. But yeah, I've been able to go to one or two and find some pretty good things. Just about I don't know if it's the luck of it or just knowing what spots kind of get stuff. Because I noticed like the one over here, like the one in North Hollywood, the Ross there, is sometimes they have seasons when they're good and sometimes when they're not. And right now they're at a point where they're starting to get good again. So I went there one day and then I went to the one in Northridge, and the one in Northridge usually has some pretty good shoes. Like when I give it some weeks or if I don't go a lot, I can kind of come up with some good things there. That's like one of the good locations I like to go to because they tend to have some pretty good shoes. Last time I went, they had like the Air Max One denims. They had I forgot some Kyrie fly drops. It's all in my last video, but yeah, it's kind of about the location because some locations just get some good stuff and some don't. And if you don't know what kind of store it is, then you might go to like 3, 4 bad ones and be like, damn, there ain't shit here. But there's certain ones that are like cookie, what's the honey holes, and certain ones that get some good stuff. But you just gotta know. Just gotta know. You know what I mean? Uh, Project. Okay, hold on. Stand back. Hold on. They be taking a long time to get past my apartment, and that shit is loud. But the have the Project Rock gear. I know it be selling. Oh, I don't know. I haven't really. I seen that Project Rock shirt not too long ago. That did sell. I sold it on Macari, I believe. I feel like the buzz for some of it has went down, but it's either the buzz went down for it or it's flooded because everybody knows to look for Project Rock, so they grab it. So that's why I kind of fell off of it because every time I would find something, a lot of times it would be flooded. So I wouldn't grab it. I would only grab it if it was on Amazon. Some things you grab for either any platform. Some things I grab for only Amazon, and most of the stuff is only for Amazon or Macari. Macari's definitely been stepping it up for me. Cali Perks was good with you, bro. Welcome to the stream. How you been, man? Uh, shit. What I just say? That's something been pretty good for me. I'll figure it out. I don't know. Whatever. Hey, cool. When you go to Ontario Mills, have you had any problems with recording there? The Ontario Mills Nike outlet. Because somebody was in my video in my comments the other day, one of my outlet videos, and it was like, if you don't go to Ontario Mills, because as soon as they see you whip on your camera, they're gonna tell you to leave or to call the security on you. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not saying the person was I don't know if they were serious or not, but I know how these stores get. Some stores are cool and some stores aren't. But a lot of times when people say that, they think it's because I record with like a camera and not my phone. So that's how. Yeah, nobody said nothing. Yeah, it's probably if you come out with a big phone, like a big camera, and try to do something like that that draws attention to you. I'm usually more uh, slick with it and don't really have an issue. Um, I think the times I get caught is just because I think it's all good when it might not be because they might not have seen me. I might have been at a store for a cool 20 minutes recording, but I'm kind of slick with it too by nature. So nobody said nothing. So then I've been there. I'll start to think, well, shit, I've been here for 20, 30 minutes. Ain't nobody said nothing. So then I start being more loose with the recording. And then they'll be like, oh, sir, whatever. On my way back from work. They're chill there? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. I was just wondering why the guy told me that. It's like, yeah, they're gonna call security on you. Like, really? They're gonna call security on your boy just trying to get some content. But these are two of the releases for the weekend. The Elephant Prints and the Jordan 2s. I'm a fan of the colorway of the Elephant 2s. Or the Jordan 2s, I'm a fan of that color combination. That's pretty cool. I think they're gonna look better in person. But women's exclusive, of course. And then the Elephant Print or the White Cement. the white cement Jordan 1s. I feel like they will sit in stores too. See how fast it takes for them to get to the outlet. Everything's been popping up at the outlets though. Lucky Green's popping up at the outlets, like I said a week or two after. The Cherry 11s, we talked about this a few minutes ago. I don't want to keep saying that, but I was surprised to see what I saw there that weekend. May, I feel like there's a lot of good options for you in May as far as retros, but I don't see any super bangers. I mean, there are, I guess, a couple hypes in there. A lot of people are talking about the Jordan ship every day, the blue one. They just start talking about this red one here. But the blue one is what's been kind of circulating on the internet for the most part. And then what is the fours and the threes? Oh, and the okay. So these are probably the three highlights right here. These three shoes. Only fours is kind of interesting to me, but I'm kind of cool, man. Like I don't know, man. I said 5 shoes. I said this earlier, but I didn't count the outlet finds, but I'm not there yet. I'm not at 5 quite, but I don't know. I don't see myself. I don't know. The fours are nice, but I'm kind of cool, man. I'm kind of cool. We buy refurbished shoes. I mean, I wouldn't mind it because I mean, I'm definitely. It's just like selling used shoes yourself. So refurbished shoes are not bad because they actually clean them a little bit better, and in the condition I've been seeing them, I'm not mad at them. I've seen a lot of people make some good, profits on the refurbished shoes. When I go there, when I do happen to get there early or something like that at an outlet, I do see a lot of the resellers. It's funny I say that like I'm not one, but I'm just not going there for the sandwiches with them that day. So the resellers come and they go for the refurbished stuff quickly, like because they know there's some good things in there also. But yeah, it has to be bangers for me, man. I have this. I say it a lot, not even trying to be funny, but I became real picky on the things I grab only because of the things that I grabbed before that would look good doing research and this and that, but it didn't go as quickly as I wanted to. And now that I decided to, mark things out a lot cheaper on my website and on the sites that I'm reselling stuff, it left a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm being super extra cautious, especially when I've been finding multiple shoes at these stores weeks later for half the price. I showed you guys the Air Max Penny 1 for $29. Then we got these damn LeBrons. That's not a colorway I have or wanted, but the LeBron 20s that's actually in stores now, going for $200. They're on sale now for $149 in some colorways, but at Ross they're $50. Like, get the hell out of here, bro. I don't know if any of these Jordans, of course, won't do that. You won't see no Jordans doing that. That would be the day if we find a Jordan 1 at Ross for $69.99. Wow. I mean, it's happened. It's happened. But I'm just saying, I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know. Could it happen again, especially in this kind of climate? Could we find some stealths there maybe one time? I mean, like, is it? It's a matter of time before a Jordan 1 pops up, actually. Unless they're just going to cut that off, that type of chamber, and all the Jordan 1s got to go back to Nike for sure. Because they let LeBrons go there already, LeBrons and stuff, that's kind of strange. Uh, yeah, and then the Barclays, yeah, they're trying to get us with the Barclays. I mean, luckily both Barclays that they're bringing back out, I have both of them, the black colorway and the original colorway. Uh, so I'm not mad. I mean, you know, anybody would want a new pair, but I'm cool. I have both pair. Both of my pair are in great shape, so I don't need to double up on them shoes. Even though those are shoes I would double up on, but I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm not gonna grab them. I got opinions to complete my '90s. I think there's like a couple more shoes, but those are probably never gonna be re-released. So I do have my starting 5 of my '90s collection. I'm gonna definitely do a video on that. But the Barkley Posits would be dope to come out because I never got a chance to grab those before. Never seen that in my size ever. The Barkley Posits, dope shoe though. Every time I seen it, it was like an 8.5, 9, some small shit. But a couple of the Barkley Posits was pretty dope. And we are getting the Galaxy Foam Pilots next year. I'm definitely gonna do everything. I gotta make sure that I get that one because that's like one that has to complete in the collection as far as like one of them shoes. You know what I'm saying? The part. I mean, which it is for a lot of people, but the foam pilot galaxies have to be in the collection. After having the paranormals and the Dornbecker foam pilots and this and that, that's when it has never touched my feet in my collection. So I have to make that happen. And when I mean Dornbecker foam pilot, I mean the old Dornbecker foam pilot, not the one that just came out. I had the red ones, and I sold them, and I shouldn't have sold them. Paranormal foam pilots and Dornbecker foam pilots are probably two of my biggest regrets selling, along with my Nike Yeezy twos. I should probably never have sold those. You know what I'm saying? Having regrets about selling the Kobe Grinches that came out, but that's cool. I ain't tripping as much about that as I am the Yeezy 2 or the other shoe I said. But it is what it is. That's just how the game go, man. You know? The Black Flints kind of slept on. They are nice. I like those shoes too. Those will go on sale pretty soon, and they probably will show up at the outlet this week or this weekend or next week for sure. We're gonna start seeing those at the outlet. I would assume, based on how everything else is going, it might not be like full size runs, might just be returns, but you're gonna see some Flint 13s, Black Flint 13s at the outlets too. You know, the Harito SBs are dope. I plan on stopping for a while. Might get the Tarambe 7s. Those Chamberay 7s, those are dope. I like those 7s. The black with the hints of the university blue. I like that color combination on those. Yeah, that comes out a little bit later on in the year, but those are definitely on point. 14 lanes is dope too. Let me see. I'm trying to go to what you just talked about. The sevens. Yeah, these are not bad at all. Gives me you know, real stealth like with the hints of the university blue. I like that. Can never go wrong with either. Here's a side one. Yeah. You know, sevens colorways are critical for the shoe as far as me liking it or not. I really like the Ray Allens. I didn't at first really, but then yeah, I do own them, and then like just seeing them, the all black with the hints of the color on that seven is dope. Like I like the way that looks more than like a hair or something else that's lighter, cardinal with colors added. I think when the black base with the colors that pop, that looks so much better. And you know me, I mean I probably keep black laces, but I'm curious to see what that same blue would look like with the laces. Not gray, but the blue, not bad. But yeah, I mean you're not missing a lot, Eric. You know what I'm saying? There are some options out there. You get new things added. More shoes are added to the lineup. These twos were just added to the rotation. The Sky J Orange. I mean, like it as much, but how many more shoes will be added? You know, like I'm curious to see what other '90s basketball sneakers are they going to retro back. Oh, I wore my Gary Payton gloves the other day. I got a lot of people talking about those, and I wish they would bring them back out. I mean, I have my pair still good, but they could bring out either this black colorway or the black colorway that had the leather upper, because there was like a nylon upper and there's a leather upper one. Those were dope. Then we got the field purples. This Jordan 12. I don't know. I have to see it in person. I kind of like it though. I kind of like it, but then I kind of don't. I feel like that purple is I don't know. I don't know. I like how the purple came out on the 13s, but I don't know about these. Hype to cop anything this year for me personally. Um, yeah, one shoe that I mean super hyped. I don't know. One shoe that I feel like I want to have stop right here. The UNC toe. If it was up to me for like one of the retros coming out soon, the UNC toe would be my next personal that I like. more than the Thunder 4s, even though those are dope. But I like these. I like the color combination though. I think that's one that I would be excited for. But if I didn't get it, I wouldn't be like devastated. If I didn't have the Barclays, I would be going after both of those. I think I don't see anything that really, really has me like, oh, I gotta grab them. I mean, I do want the jaw one, the scratch colorway. I think that would be like I want to grab one pair of the jaw ones for me in my size, and I think it would be the scratch colorway if I can make it happen. Uh, I don't know, man. Like the metallic red foam posits is dope, but 250 or 240, I'm cool on it. It's not a lot, man. I realized going through my collection, which I've done a collection on my channel before, but in parts, and I do want to do one full one. Just never got around to doing it for whatever reason. But just going through the different shoes of how many shoes I pass up and don't go over every day. Not saying I hope they don't sound a crazy way, but it's just true. Like there's so many different options, and I only select a few, and so many I just keep not wearing. It's just like to keep adding to more that I don't even wear all of them. It's like wow. It really is kind of crazy. It really is. So I do see myself still grabbing some more stuff, but it's just more few far in between because I mean shit. If they come out with a dope collab for the Jaw ones, I'll probably grab that. KD 16, I'm not mad at the silhouette. I think that's something there that maybe I'll have to grab too. I do want a pair of the KD 15s. I know I'm gonna be able to find those for the low pretty soon, so I'm gonna just wait. You know, the Brooklyn colorway of the 15 is probably dope. I would have to. I mean, let me look on the schedules. I mean, shit, nothing too crazy. What about you? I mean, anybody out there got something that they have to have that's coming out soon? I love sneakers still the same, but like, I don't know, man. I feel like they turned up the heat as far as like the freaking of them of the releases. I felt like the Toro Bravo was going to be a Jordan 6 that I had to have. And in one of my recent videos, I did show you guys that I got an early look at them in hand. One of the resale shops that I visited had them in hand, and they don't look like this. Now, maybe it's just the color of that one or whatever, but it looked more of an ashy red as opposed to like this like dark, like it was different, and I was disappointed. I'm hoping that was just the shoe that colorway that size. I'm a 13, so it was a bigger shoe. So if the bigger sizes look like that, that's not cool. This was a shoe that I definitely was going to think about. Like it was going to be these and university blue ones. But after seeing these in person, underwhelming. Man, I was like, damn, they're not even all of that. That suede ain't even what it's really about. Yeah, the reverse Gary Payton for those 12s. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so these are just a little underwhelming, but at first I felt like, because okay, for example, the Raging Bull fives, I like that red on there, and I thought it was gonna be close to that, and from what I seen on the pair that I saw, it wasn't. So that's what makes it kind of disappointing. Like I said, all the pairs could be different. It could be inconsistent, but if I see one that's good and it's like the darker bloodish red type suede, I'm gonna grab it. I like these a lot. But after seeing him in person, I'm trying to see if I still have it on my Twitter. Because I'll show you a video. It'll pop up. It was just not the best. I'm like, damn, man. How you guys not give us that suede? We won't go that dark red suede. What is this? Almost looked like from what I saw, it almost reminded me of those Mars for Her Jordan 5s. The Mars for Her Jordan 5s is not the darker red, it's like an orange red kind of thing. And it almost looked like that. Not the exact same, but almost. Let me see if I have the image of it on Twitter really quick. We the best fives was at the outlet in grade school size. Wait, did I find? Let me see. Okay, if I can find it. Okay, there's one. Yeah, here we go. Share over here. Again, I do like these, but just not it for me unless they come out the way they're supposed to. Fat Boy Popcakes, what's good with you, bro? Shout out to Queens. What's going on with you, man? How you doing today? Or this evening, later night? Late at night, it's 11:43 on the West Coast. So if you're on the East Coast, it's much later than that. So I appreciate you sliding by for however long. But yeah, look, it's different. It's different. So because it's different, I was like not a fan. You know? It's like I don't know, it kind of looks ashy. It don't look like the darker red, man. Like I said, it could have just been that shoe. But when
first time seeing these in hand, the Toro.
Much of a difference between, but I guess maybe that's unrealistic to think that. I didn't think it was going to be too much of a different shade here. I feel like it's a big difference between this red here and the red suede. I just thought the red suede would have been darker. It could be the lighting.
Bravo 6,
hair. This is
clean
definitely
ass shoe. You guys going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime.
12 and a half.
Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these? $450.
Yeah, man. You see what I'm saying? Underwhelming.
First time seeing these in hand.
Thought we were gonna get a Raging Bull type Toro 6. We got
clean ass shoe.
Ashy.
You guys going after these or not?
And if this thing, I mean, I honestly feel like this wouldn't sit. Like,
pretty
I feel like
clean shoe there. How much they want for these?
Because of that, I don't know now.
$450 for those. First time seeing these in hand, the Toro Bravo 6s, bro. Clean ass shoe. You guys going?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like that. It feels like that by the time you get to a shoe. That's why it's like I wore my Reimagines already. I made sure to do that. Like, man,
$450 for those.
Like, you know, I want
first time seeing these in hand, the Toro Bravo 6s, bro.
I gotta make sure I rock them, bro.
You guys going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime, bro.
Business thing, because
pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these?
Business, you know what I mean? So you buy me, gotta wear them as part of it.
First time seeing these in hand.
Almost does look like a raspberry.
Bravo 6s, bro.
Exactly.
Clean ass.
Here's on grind. What's going on with you, my
guys? Going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime, bro.
Okay.
Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these?
Wonder how many more Kobe.
$450 for those.
Dropping this year. And how many more
first time seeing these in hand, the Toro.
When you say Kobe, are you talking about like you going for those shoes as well?
You guys going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime, bro.
Black Adidas Kobe.
Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these?
That purple one that I got.
$450 for
the contest with the dumping off.
First time seeing these in hand, the Toro Bravo 6s, bro. Clean ass shoe.
Don't really have a
you guys going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime, bro.
Which I thought that was
pretty
good
clean
enough.
shoe there. How much they want for these?
I guess they have to have Kobe branding on it.
$450 for those.
Even like with those Reebok
questions, the Toro
Bravo
Kobe
6s,
bro.
That
clean ass
crazy numbers. Last
you guys going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime, bro. Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these? $450 for those. First time seeing these
on grind came through
Toro Bravo
in the fourth quarter with the clutch.
Clean ass shoe.
Because
you guys going after
this
these
is
or not?
something I did say I want to talk about
in the summertime, bro. Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these?
Because you know, this early stuff is getting out of
first
hand.
Time seeing these in hand.
Now,
usually
when you say out of hand, that's like a bad
shoe.
I don't want to say that.
These or not. Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime.
A few people I know
pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these?
You know, they're doing to the early stuff, and they get it.
First time seeing these in hand.
I got
Toro Bravo
6 early.
Clean ass shoe. You guys going after these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They come out in the summertime, bro. Pretty clean shoe there. How much they want for these?
And you know they validate shoes all the time. So
$450 for those.
I have people who can't
first time seeing these in hand. The Toro Bravo.
But a lot of people, you don't know if everybody's doing that. You know.
You guys going after
And
these or not? Let
for
me know your
multiple
thoughts.
reasons,
They come out in the summertime,
it's
bro.
a totally different
Pretty clean
vibe
shooter.
with
How
that
much they
now,
want for
because
these?
you know, you got some people.
450.
It is
for
what it is.
those.
Like the economy's crazy right
First
now.
time seeing these in
And things are just
hand. The
looking real
Toro Bravo
weird.
6s,
So like
clean
people
ass
aren't
shoe.
really
You guys going after
I mean,
these or
from what I'm
not? Let
seeing
me know
from
your
the outside
thoughts. They
looking
come
in,
out
I
in the
could be
summertime,
wrong
bro.
because I do still
Pretty clean shooter. How much they want for these?
and clicking with getting shoes early because you know when you get them
450
early,
for
obviously you
those.
have to pay more for them.
First time
So
seeing
while they're
these in
paying more for
hand.
them to
The
get them
Toro
early, they also are
Bravo
charging more for people
6s,
to buy them
clean ass
early.
shoe. You guys going after these or not?
So
Let
I
me
don't
your
know, man.
thoughts. They
The
come out in
thought
the
that I had the other
summertime,
day
bro.
was just curious. I'm just
Pretty
curious,
clean
like
shooter. How much they want for these?
when did the floodgates open up to
450
where
for those.
it happened to where more
First
and more
time
people
seeing these in
actually
hand. The
care?
Toro
Because,
Bravo 6.
I mean, it feels like after
Clean ass
2020, a
shoe.
lot of people can say a
You
lot of
guys
things
going
changed
after these
after
or
that.
not?
Lives
Let me know your
changed
thoughts. They come out in the
overall, and
summertime,
just
bro.
the whole spectrum of
Pretty clean shooter. How much they want for
so many
these?
different things is just different now. And I think
450 for
when it
those.
comes to the shoe game, that's
First
one
time
of them.
seeing these in
Because
hand.
there's
The
so many
Toro
more.
Bravo
Like it was
6s, bro.
one thing for my
Clean
channel was
ass
like
shoe. You guys going after these
I would
or
like to
not?
go to
Let
so
me know
many
your
different
thoughts. They come out in
stores
the summertime,
and go
bro.
randomly because
Pretty
you
clean
never know
shooter.
who
How much
might
they want for these?
accidentally put out something early. You know,
450 for those.
that is so common now.
First time seeing
Shoes are
these
being
in
put out too
hand. The
early by
Toro
mistake
Bravo
or on purpose.
6s,
Like
bro.
not talking about
Clean
Jordans, but like
ass
other
shoe.
shoes, other shoes.
You guys
Like
going after these
LeBron
or
or
not?
Kobe
Let me know
or
your thoughts. They come out in the
LeBron or
summertime, bro.
Kyrie or KD.
Pretty clean shooter. How much they
Like
want
all
for
the
these?
other shoes, some places will mess up and put
450
things
for
out early.
those.
But
First time
now on the
seeing these in
personal side, the
hand. The
reseller
Toro
side,
Bravo
like
6s,
these
bro.
people
Clean ass shoe.
are getting these
You
shoes
guys going
early, and
after
it's
these or
crazy
not?
because
Let me
they
know
get
your
them.
thoughts. They come out in the
At one
summertime,
point,
bro.
it was just a big thing.
Pretty
to
clean
get
shooter. How much they want for these?
a month early. But now I have friends who are
450
getting
for
shoes
those.
or associates that I know who are
First
getting
time
shoes
seeing these in
that are like
hand. The Toro
3, 4,
Bravo
6 months
6s,
early.
clean ass shoe. You guys going after
Damn,
these or not? Let me know your
damn,
thoughts. They come
that's
out in the
crazy.
summertime, bro.
But you gotta think
Pretty
too,
clean
like
shooter. How much they want for these?
I think back in the day, a couple years ago, 3 years ago, before
450
people
for
knew
those.
as much as they do now about the sneaker
First
game,
time seeing
they would
these
just
in
think that was
hand. The
automatically
Toro
suspect.
Bravo 6s,
Like, what
bro.
you mean they didn't make the
Clean
shoes yet?
ass
But we all know
shoe.
now the shoes have
You
been
guys
made
going
and
after
have
these or
been in
not? Let me
production
know
a
your
long
thoughts.
time
They come
ago,
out in the
and are just
summertime,
kind
bro.
of somewhere
Pretty clean
waiting to
shooter. How much
release.
they
A
want
lot
for
of
these?
shoes aren't just being made right before we get them;
450
they've
for
been made.
those.
So it's
First time
possible for
seeing
people
these
to
in
get a
hand. The
plug to
Toro
get legit
Bravo
shit early.
6s, bro.
And if
Clean
you
ass
do
shoe.
something in any
You guys going after these
fashion,
or
any type
not?
of
Let me know your
business,
thoughts. They
especially
come out in the
reselling,
summertime,
when
bro.
you build up your
Pretty
clientele
clean
and your
shooter. How
trust
much they
and your
want for these?
capital, you only get more and more plugs the more and more
450
you
for
go up.
those.
So if you're
First
over here
time seeing
dibbling
these in
dabbling, you've been getting
hand. The
pairs
Toro
and pairs and
Bravo
pairs,
6s,
hooking
bro.
up the stores.
Clean ass
To give
shoe.
you an example,
You
like if
guys
I
going
was
after
somebody
these or
going
not?
around
Let me know your
making
thoughts. They
connections
come
at
out
a
in the
store
summertime, bro.
and I'm able to
Pretty
get their
clean shooter.
stock
How much
as
they
a
want for
back
these?
door, and I'm able to come through every time and get all the
450 for
shoes
those.
for all their releases, whether they're
First time
super hype
seeing these in
shoes or not.
hand. The
I'm always
Toro
coming through and
Bravo
grabbing the retro
6s, bro.
and making
Clean
sure they're
ass
taken care
shoe.
of and I'm taking
You
care of.
guys going after
Who's to
these
say
or
they don't
not?
give me
Let me
their
know your
supplier
thoughts.
at
They
one
come out
point
in the
because
summertime,
I've been
bro.
building up the relationship
Pretty clean
and building
shooter.
up
How
my
much they want
capital.
for these?
Now I'm ready for their supplier. So somebody who
450 for
works in
those.
a particular foot action
First time seeing these in
around
hand. The
you know,
Toro
or
Bravo
champs,
6s, bro.
might one
Clean
day
ass
tell me to
shoe.
come around when their
You guys
buyers
going
come
after
around.
these
Now I
or
have a
not? Let me
connection
know
with
your
the buyer
thoughts. They
who
come out in the
get everything
summertime,
off
bro.
the,
Pretty
so
clean
there's
shooter. How
ways
much
for
they
these
want for
things to
these?
be made, especially in the area that
450
I'm
for
in like
those.
California and just
First
LA.
time seeing these in
You talk to the right
hand. The
people, cool
Toro
with the right people,
Bravo
you can get the
6s, bro.
connections. Everybody
Clean
right
ass
now,
shoe.
it kind of all
You
goes
guys
back
going
to
after
that
these or
economy
not?
thing
Let me
where
know your
everything's
thoughts.
going
They come
kind
out
of
in the
crazy and money
summertime, bro.
getting tight for people and
Pretty
stuff.
clean shooter. How much they want
Everybody's
for these?
people who were trying it
450 for
came down
those.
to like who's gonna hold off the
First
longest,
time
who's gonna
seeing
hold
these in
off the longest.
hand. The
You have all
Toro
these people talking
Bravo
about
6s,
trying
bro.
to keep the moral
Clean
code
ass
up
shoe.
and
You guys
protect
going after
yourself.
these or
That's
not? Let
totally
me know
a
your
whip.
thoughts. They come out
But
in
then
the
when you got people
summertime,
who are
bro.
working these jobs
Pretty
trying to
clean
keep the
shooter. How
morals
much they they want for these?
But then they got bills and they got
$450 for
their
those.
life that are changing that makes them
First time
money.
seeing these in
You got people here
hand.
who
The
have
Toro
have all you
Bravo
gotta do is
6s,
let this
bro.
thing happen.
Clean ass
Sold
shoe.
against, oh my God,
You guys going after these or
fuck
not?
the
Let me know your
resellers.
thoughts. They
Then
come
now
out in the
get the
summertime,
money
bro.
from them.
Pretty
Help
clean shooter.
your
How much they
own
want for
personal
these?
situation out. It makes everything so different now.
$450 for
So
those.
with all them gates that was
First
up,
time seeing these in
trying to keep
hand. The Toro Bravo
early
6s,
players
bro.
getting out and keeping
Clean
to
ass
one or two
shoe.
avenues. Now it's
You guys
about the
going
money.
after
Money
these or
talks and
not?
bullshit.
Let me know your
Walk out.
thoughts.
It's
They come
always
out in the
been.
summertime,
But
bro.
I feel like that's
Pretty
how
clean shooter. How
this
much they want
whole
for these?
early pair backdooring starting to happen. The
450
people
for
at these
those.
jobs who were supposed to be keeping
First
the gates
time
closed
seeing these in hand.
need money
the
too.
Toro Bravo
So you got
6,
the right people around who they
clean
feel like they
ass
can trust.
shoe.
Oh wow,
You guys going after
I
these
can
or
trust
not?
you.
Let me
You
know
give
your
me the
thoughts.
bread.
They come out
Nobody
in
else knows, and
summertime, bro.
if the
Pretty
hassle
clean
is
shooter.
done,
How
like
much they
each
want for
time the
these?
hassles, like eliminating stress and stuff like that,
450 for those.
you can't be mad at
First
those
time
things,
seeing
those type
these
of
in
stuff.
hand. The Toro Bravo
I totally
6,
get you on what you're
clean
saying
ass
when it comes
shoe.
to all the
You
early
guys going after
releases.
these or not? Let me know your thoughts. They
But
come out
some
in
people are
summertime,
able
bro.
to get legit early
Pretty clean
releases.
shooter. How much they want for these?
Because a lot of people who are like the gatekeepers
450 for
and
those.
holding it back so everybody
First
can
time
get
seeing
access,
these in hand.
have the capital, the money to
Bravo
deal with this. They're
6,
gonna mess with you, bro.
clean ass
It
shoe.
happens all the time.
You
It's
guys
about
going
who's
after
gonna hold
these
out the
or not?
longest.
Let me know your
The
thoughts.
person
They
trying
come
to keep
out
the
in
moral code,
summertime,
one
bro.
person,
Pretty
or
clean shooter.
the
How
whole
much they want
staff
for
who's
these?
doing it. You got one person trying to be like, no, we're not gonna do it.
450
But
for
everybody else
those.
is coming to work looking happy
First
as hell
time
with extra
seeing
money in
these
their
in
pocket, new
hand. The
shoes, but you
Toro
still trying to keep the
Bravo
code up,
6,
struggling at this and that.
clean ass
It
shoe.
comes down to that flat
You
out.
guys going after these or
Man.
not? Let me know your
Everybody's
thoughts. They
human.
come out
That's
in
what I started to
summertime, bro.
realize. Everybody's human.
Pretty
bro.
clean shooter. How much they want for these?
Big Macs.
450 for those.
Oh, okay,
First time seeing these in
the electric
hand.
air
The
units that get too
Toro
stiff. I definitely
Bravo
heard about that
6,
before.
clean ass shoe.
Yep, and that's
You
the
guys
thing
going
too,
after
Bridge.
these
Because
or not?
as I'm saying,
Thoughts. They
all I'm
come out in
saying,
summertime, bro.
I'm just speaking
Pretty
on
clean shooter. How
how
much
it's
they
kind
want
of
for these?
legitimized, or how some of these people and more people are getting
450
kids
for
early.
those.
But as I'm
First
saying
time
too,
seeing
a
these
lot
in
of times you don't
hand.
have
The
to,
Toro
because when they hit
Bravo
the stores,
6,
they'll hit the stores
clean
and probably
ass
sit
shoe.
and eventually go
You
on
guys going after
sale,
these or
or
not? Let
eventually
me know
hit
your
the
thoughts. They
outlets,
come out in
and you can save
summertime,
yourself
bro.
money. I
Pretty
just
clean
recently
shooter. How
have
much they
been
want for these?
recontemplating because of
450
seeing
for
this.
those.
I know a lot of people, a
First
good amount
time
of people,
seeing these
more
in
and more people
hand. The
are
Toro
having that access to
Bravo
early
6,
stuff. So
clean ass
and they're
shoe.
hitting me up too, and
You
I'm
guys
so
going after
tempted to
these
try
or
to jump
not?
on
Let
it.
me know your thoughts. They come
Like,
out in
shit, I can do
summertime,
that.
bro.
You know,
Pretty clean
homie had
shooter. How much they want for these?
the Toro 6s last month. I could,
450 for
jump
those.
on something like that, or
First time seeing these in hand.
what
The
is this
Toro
other shoe?
Bravo
Something that's
6,
going to come out till
clean
September.
ass
This bites.
shoe.
This is a whole
You
bunch
guys
of
going
them,
after these
and it
or
makes you
not?
think
Let me know
about
your
it.
thoughts. They come
But
out in
then I also think
summertime,
about
bro.
the time that I was
Pretty
trying to
clean
get
shooter.
into
How much
those
they want for
lines
these?
earlier, and with the one dude
450 for
who
those.
all respected him, everything was
First
legit.
time
The guy's
seeing these
bottom
in
line 21 or
hand. The
1721,
Toro
whatever his
Bravo
name is.
6,
I paid like
clean
$80,
ass
$90
shoe.
over the
You
retail.
guys going
I'm
after
pretty
these or
sure it was
not?
about
Let
that
me know
much
your thoughts. They
to
come
get
out
it
in
early,
summertime,
and it
bro.
really didn't even do
Pretty clean
nothing.
shooter. How much they
And
want
then
for
trying
these?
to get rid of it, you break even or less than like
450 for
retail.
those.
I seen that. I was never going to do
First
that
time
again.
seeing
So
these in
with that
hand. The
happening, plus
Toro
me seeing
Bravo
the
6,
Air Max Penny One for
clean ass
$29,
shoe.
or now the
You
LeBron
guys going
20s
after
at
these
the
or
stores
not?
for
Let me know your
50s and all this
thoughts. They
stuff
come
and
out
at
in
the outlets.
summertime,
It
bro.
makes me know
Pretty
mine
clean
to have
shooter.
to
How much
get
they
it
want for
early.
these?
The only reason it makes sense is for
450
the
for
type of
those.
content purposes. But if it's just for grabbing
First
for
time
yourself,
seeing these in
then the
hand.
early
The
shit don't really
Toro
matter.
Bravo 6,
Walking around with the shoe early is
clean
cool,
ass
but like
shoe.
it's not
You
that.
guys going
For
after these
example,
or
this shoe
not?
I'm
Let me
holding
know
up
your
right
thoughts.
here
They
was
come
they were
out in
trying to charge
summertime, bro.
$450
Pretty
and
clean shooter.
$500
How much they want
for
for
the
these?
Thunder 4s because they were early
450
pairs.
for those.
I'm good.
First time seeing these in hand.
I'm good. Rick, you need to release. Slow. Oh shit! There was volume on that video. My bad. See, and when I get the mixture, I'll be fine because I'll be able to know that.
They come out in the summertime, bro. Pretty clean
I
shooter. How
thought
much
I
they
had the
want for
volume
these?
off on that shit. Damn, it was up the whole time I was talking. I appreciate you letting me know that, bro. Can't hear me. Just seeing it now. Just seeing it now. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. After all the shit I was talking with the damn thing looping. But that's how it goes. I thought the thing was on mute. But yeah, it really defeats the purpose, bro. Unless it's a shoe that you really want, and it's something that you know that like when it comes out you can't really get it. Like there's a few of those type of things. It's based on the hype of the shoe and also your shoe size. For me personally, I'm somebody who would probably have to jump on a shoe if I really wanted it because 13 is a shoe that people go for to resell, as you guys all know. It is a money size. You got the 11s, 11 and a halves, 12s and a halves, things like that nature. Um, yeah, but it don't make no sense unless it's just it. You know, it don't make. It's weird because at one point it made sense to even get it early, but now it don't make no sense to get it early. But it still has the. It really just depends, you know. If it's a shoe that you would okay, if you was waiting for those Wizard threes to come out, and you're 13, and you were waiting for them since forever, and they finally came out. I mean, you might have to do your due diligence to make sure you grab it when it comes out because the size 13 might not stick around, might not go on sale, and might not pop up at the outlets of size 13. But you know, you know, it just makes sense. It's just different, man. Who knows? Who knows? It all depends on how it goes. We just have to see. But the game has changed, and a lot of stuff that we wouldn't think would be sitting is, and it's only going to continue for a while. I mean, maybe for a minute. You know, that was part of the reasons I started my Throwback Thursday videos on the channel because at one point it was weird to see. Oh my God, we seen all these shoes that was sitting. Man, remember, man, if that shit was sitting now, it wouldn't sit. We would grab it, and all them shoes that was there. You know. And then it's just weird that we're kind of in that time again. Like it kind of made it to where I could make them if I wanted to, but I felt like it almost made it irrelevant because things were sitting now too. Because at one point, in a couple of years or two ago, things were never sitting around. So to show videos of things sitting around on shelves was just wild. But now we're back in those same times again, which I also do realize when I'm out recording. I'm like, I kind of got to do a little extra in case years down the line things change and I can kind of come back and revert to these videos for the same stuff I did before. You know what I mean? But yeah, Grizz on Grind red tags are definitely back all over the place, all over the store. Red tag here, red tag there, red tag everywhere. I'm not mad at it. Not mad at it at all. Not mad at it at all. You know what I'm saying? Which is a good thing. People can kind of grab the shoe they want to. It is something that's kind of fairly common, you know. Other than that, but for me, man, like I said, shout out to one of the greatest players to ever play, Kobe. You know, and everybody in that situation that happened, that was unfortunate. But I honestly feel like those Kobe's were just overrated. I honestly feel like that. I feel like people just playing on it because of what it is, you know. It's just me. Just me. It's what I think. It's cool though. Hopefully people were able to get it. I did see a lot of people taking L's, but I did see everybody going after them. I just want to know how many people were going after them that wanted them for themselves, or was it for the money? That's what I mean by it being overrated. Because I feel like Nike only put them out because they're overrated, and people were only hyped to get them because they want to grab the money for them. It's not everybody hyped to grab them to put them on feet. It's a white and black colorway. Rating it from 1 to 10. I don't know, man. Rating from 1 to 10, it's a cool sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Lakers Warriors series, man. This is so weird to be rooting like this for the Lakers, but I want the Lakers to win for one. But like I honestly feel like um, I'd rather face the Kings than the Lakers because the Warriors is just a team that has been a thorn in LeBron's side since I can remember. Even though the Lakers have won 3 of the 4 games in the regular season, that is the regular season. But that does mean a lot too. I mean, because you know the players are there. You know, playoffs is a different animal. But the Lakers have what it takes to beat them because they already did it. But it's gonna be a 7 game series. I feel like the Lakers will split one. I feel like the first 2 games will be split. It really depends on what happens back in Staples. I call it Staples still. I wonder what's going. It really matters what happens there. Games 3 and 4. Games 3 and 4. They have to split 1 or 2. They have to win one. They have to win game 1 in order to have the best chance to split. Because if they go down 0-2 going back to LA, when pressure happens, you just don't know. Players play differently. Rui Hachimura, he's definitely balling right now, but when they're down 0-2, or you know what I'm saying, and they for sure need him to make them threes, will he do it? Will AD be able to stay healthy and play? He hurt his hip. Now he's playing with the hip and all this. It's like, man, bro, it looks a little shaky. Then you have the factor of the games being every other day. That's a problem too. Luckily the Lakers went less games, so they had a couple of days rest while Golden State just played. They're gonna play on tomorrow. Golden State just played on Sunday, so that's a slight advantage. Golden State is a slight deeper team, but I have more confidence in what the Lakers can bring, though. I honestly do. I like the Lakers team, the players better than, I feel like Golden State is top heavy, even though there is a deep team, but it's really based on Clay and Curry. Of course, Curry, then Clay, and Jordan Poole. But Jordan Poole is he's kind of like a live wire, unpredictable in the sense of like, he might be cool, but then he starts beefing with his own teammate, Draymond, and that's not good. You can't have that. You can't have that mess up in the chemistry. I see the Lakers could hopefully do it in 6 or 7. Man, I really, I don't want to see LeBron lose to Curry and them again. I'm really tired of that shit. I really feel like they know what to do. But like I said, the regular season, it was 3-1. There's a little different team. The players that the Lakers added aren't scared like that, Yeah. Man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, that's dope, Eric. That's dope. That's dope. Hopefully you're able to get that for yourself, bro. For sure. Oh yeah, Grizz on Grind. No, I actually didn't find them in my size. The day that I went to the outlet that day, the format was changed up from what they kind of did now. And at that time too, there were a lot of resellers there, so they all grabbed them up. Um, I just was able to talk to one of the guys who found the pair himself. Uh, he found it in a size I think bigger than what he normally was. But they had like 14s there. I think they had like some 11s and some 10s. But in one part of the video, I have a clip where like you see everybody standing around. You see everybody grabbing from one little section. So what they would do is they would bring the shoes from the back and put them in that section, and everybody would just grab what they want from there. But I guess it got too crazy because not the week I was there, but I was told the week after that it got a little hectic, so they took that part away. But they still kind of do it. They still kind of bring the shoes out, and like people see them and they just fall on to wherever they put the shoes up and then just take it there. But yeah, I didn't get a size 13. I bought my size 13 for retail. But yeah, a few people that day found them for under $100, and that's the thing. That's another thing I'm talking about as far as like not really. I mean, not everybody has a clearance store that does that, but if you have them around, you have an opportunity to find stuff like that. Jordan 5 UNC for under $100 was, excuse me, definitely a crazy situation. You know what I'm saying? Got hiccups and bourbon. That's never good. Yeah, so that was crazy to see. Um, that's just the thing about this clearance center. These clearance centers, they do that, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes to not having or not rushing to buy shoes when they first come out, man. If you're somebody who moves around a lot, though, if you're somebody who has the opportunity to move around to different stores and locations and outlets, then that's something advice you could probably take. But if you're somebody who don't really have the access to move to a lot of different stores and stuff, then you might have to grab stuff when they first come out. But then again, if you don't need the shoe, wait, you might be able to find it. You know what I'm saying? Not everything is selling out like that now. Not everything has to resell like it used to. Resell is down overall, but there is still resale out there for a lot of things. And don't just depend on just the what on the apps. Like there's other ways to do it too. So that's the one thing about it. Resale is down overall, but like depending on your platforms, you still can be eating out here. It just really depends on what you consider eating and your levels. Everybody's levels differently. So I really hate when people do it. I don't want to do it and generalize it for everybody because you don't know what everybody's doing. Everybody's moves could be differently. I could be like, man, resale's down for this and this, and okay, for example, like okay, the last few times I've been out, I've been seeing pandas sit Nike Dunk Low Panda sitting on the shelf, sitting on display, sitting in the window. And I've even said like, damn, I said it, are pandas played out or there ain't no more reselling pandas. And I talked to a couple people like, shit, no, wherever you find them, let me know because I'm still grabbing them, selling for this, this, and this. Like, so just because it ain't working for you, don't. I'm saying this to myself, like just because it ain't working on your playing field, don't mean it's not working for somebody else. So that's the one thing I am annoyed about when you make general statements about stuff like that. When maybe just for overall, like, yeah, not everybody's getting, 50, 60, 70, 100 on top. But people might still be getting 40s and 50s, maybe not as high as it used to be, but it's still there. And all you got to do is adjust and move it. Because, obviously there's still people camping out at these places to get shoes, to resell them, because obviously there's still something to be made. Lakers Golden State. Eric, what it do? I'm going for LeBron and them to win, man. That's what's got to happen. You know, LeBron wins rings with rookie coaches, so hopefully this can follow suit. You know, he did it with Ty Lue, he did it with Eric Spoelstra, and hopefully he does it now with Darvin Ham. I think that would be cool to see. And then, regardless, like they should run it back with their team. They have a good, solid team with young talent and new talent. They should just, I don't know. But I would like to see the Lakers win. LeBron needs another ring. It is. Yeah, you definitely will. Yeah, I want to find some. That's what I want to do too, Eric. I want to find some KD 15s at Ross. If I find a KD 15 Brooklyn colorway and a 13, I'm going to lose my brain. Or the Ninth Wonder colorway, the Ninth Wonder KD 15. If I see that at Ross, it'd be crazy. I am pumping out more content on Bobby Thrift also, so it's bound to come around some of that type of stuff, hopefully. Uh, yeah, Eric. Yep. Sitting on display to where people could walk into the store and see the panda there, like it's no excuse, not like you couldn't see it. And it just be there chilling. There was a point where that was never happening. First of all, it wouldn't be on display because it's already been sold. And if it happened to be on display because there's a new management team and stuff, then it was gone within minutes still. Because once one person saw it, they start telling everybody else. That's not happening right now. Pandas are chilling, and that's crazy. But pandas are still gonna go and still and sell, but just the profits is down for the most part. It used to be 100, 120, 150 on top. Really, to be honest with you, 100, 120, 150 on top. It used to be like that. Now it's like 40 to 60 on top. Depending on your size and who you're selling it to. But people were making 100 on top for pandas, 120, 150 on top for pandas at one point. That was wild to see. You can't find that nowhere now. At least from what I remember seeing, you can't really see that nowhere. I like Jared Vanderbilt too. Key pickup right there. I think the Lakers would have preferred to play the Kings for sure too. Hell yeah, they they would want to play the Kings too. That's what I was saying. Now, okay, what's up, Slap Talk? Welcome to the stream. Cause my thing is what I was saying earlier. I didn't finish the point. I don't think, but what Lakers did for their game plan for Memphis when they first started Game 1 was dope. They had Vanderbilt start on Ja because he's big, agile. He can move with Ja, and Ja just can't kind of play him over the top. So that was a cool, swift little move that Darvin Ham came with. They end up winning the series regardless, however it panned out. But I feel like that was a great strategy to do. Now, what do you do and utilize it for this one? I mean, one thing about playoffs that's good is just the players have to be prepared. You might not get any time in this series, but you might play a lot in the next series because it's all about matchups. Schroeder would be good to shadow Curry the whole time, so him starting. But D'Lo and Austin need to start, so it's like kind of crazy with that. But I feel like Schroeder would be good of kind of doing that shadow thing with Curry. I don't think Vanderbilt should do that with Curry because he's smaller and he runs off 50 million damn screens. Even though Vanderbilt could probably fight over the screens and stuff, I don't know. I'm like, what's going to be their strategy for the Warriors? What's going to be their strategy what's their defensive strategy for the Warriors? Because the Warriors have a lot of shooters and a lot of annoying little streaky shooters. What's their strategy for the Lake? What's their strategy for them? What's the strategy for Golden State to because if the Lakers can play like they're supposed to, they have shooting they need, so they're dangerous because LeBron having shooters around and people who can score off their own accord is a dangerous LeBron team. I don't care who they're playing, and the Lakers have a lot of that, a lot of ball creators. Not just spot up shooters. These guys can create off the dribble as well, from Austin to even Ruri and fucking D'Lo for sure. Like to have them have a game they had where LeBron didn't have to have a crazy game and like D'Lo could go for a 30 or sometimes Austin could. They're in a great situation to do big things this season, bro. It's just a matter if these guys can continue to play like they're playing and not shrink and get scared because of the playoff moment and the lights is on them. If they can continue to play like they're playing, I don't see why they can't win a ring this year. I'm not talking just because I want to see them win. They got too much going on. D'Lo can go for 30. Austin can go for 30. Rui can go for 30 if you hit him in the right positions. And of course AD and LeBron can. Like LeBron hasn't really been with a team this versatile, which makes me feel like there's no reason why they should lose. They're versatile though, but they do need AD to keep them versatile. But like it's the own AD situation, him and his health. If he's there, and everybody, there's no reason they lose. But that's a big if. You gotta go game by game, possession by possession. Because even if they're all on a roll, but then AD gets hurt, it does hurt the morale of the team. In a sense with the other players, maybe not LeBron, but the other players, like, oh man, he's not here, type thing. Like, oh man, I don't know, man. I really think they got what it takes to win. I think this is probably one of his best teams to play with because everybody is not as scared. It's not just a 1 through 6 rotation. They could go to like 8 or 9 players because you got Schroeder off the bench, Beasley not showing up, but he's supposed to be something. That's the thing too. When you have that type of stuff, it's like, damn, he's supposed to be a 15 to 20 point scorer or more because he's a good offensive player. But the rim's just looking so small for him right now. Yep. Hey, Eric, I still feel that every game. I still feel that same thing. He over here wearing these low cut shoes, but he ain't going back because he switched from Kobe's to LeBron's now. He's like, well, shit, LeBron doing it, I could do it too. No, you're a few more inches taller and got some more weight on you. You shouldn't do it, but hey, whatever, man. All we can do now, Eric and everybody else who wants them to win, is just knock on wood every time he hits the floor, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like when AD is engaged and he's active and trying to save the ball and trying to dive. I like it, but like it's hard. It's kind of crazy to see, bro. Cause he's a fragile big guy, bro. I ain't never seen. Can y'all let me know another player like AD? Like, have we seen another player like him? I mean, he's a great player, but I'm just saying, like, as far as who is as delicate and as fragile and as pampered soft, but effective as AD. Have we seen that before, bruh? I don't know if we've seen that before. Any player we've seen that had a whole bunch of injuries, it was like, tough players that just had a crazy significant injury in a sense. D Rose, you know what I mean? D Rose had the knee injuries, but D Rose was D Rose, and yeah, AD is AD, but he is just so much more fragile than I've seen anybody else, bro. I'm trying to think of another player who's had so many more injuries, bro. I mean, him and Kawhi are on the same boat in a sense, but I do still feel like Kawhi's more not as fragile as AD. It's just that Kawhi has I would say a chronic, devastating knee injury that he's not going to be able to escape. Brandon Roy effect. Brandon Roy had chronic knee problems. That's why he never was going to, I guess, be able to recover from it. But like I said earlier, if Brandon Roy was able to play in this generation, he would still be playing because he could just sit out 20 games, 30 games till he right. Everybody would continue to stick with him because they know what he can bring when he's on the court. Because even when Kawhi was balling in this playoffs and before he got hurt, he was killing though, super killing though, like killing. I was talking to people in Discord about that. He was balling, but then the next game, all of a sudden, done. And yeah, Paul George always does get hurt. I don't know if Paul George gets hurt as much as AD does though, but Paul George does get hurt a lot. You know, I still think AD holds the cake as far as like frequent injuries. Kawhi's injuries just happening for a long period of time, but they happen all the time. But AD's is like, an ankle here, out for 3 weeks, back for a month. Oh, my shoulder here, out for 2.5 weeks, but I come back in a week and a half. Then I'm playing again. Then I got a hip that hits me out for like another 4 games. Then I come back. It's like every time, every few games, bro. Like, whatever, bro. We all know what it is. We all see it happening, bro. What can we do about it? At the end of the day, we just gotta go with what we got. But I still feel like they got enough to even go. But nah, that sounds wild to say they could even go with AD being hurt because they need him. They need his production. But even with his last game, didn't he have like 12 points? And they got to win. One of these recent games, he had like 12 points and they got to win. Was it the last game or the game before that? I'm not sure. But I like when the Lakers can win a game and LeBron doesn't have over 25 and AD same thing, and you have like a D'Lo go for 30 or that game when Rui went for 29. Like, oh, that's big. That's the sign of a team that has like a team because not many other teams left have 3 or 4 guys that can get you 30 or 4. Right? Like what? Golden State got like 2 or 3 guys. The Curry, the Klay Thompsons, and then Jordan Poole probably are 3 that can go for 30 plus. The Suns got 2 guys. Denver, 1, maybe 2. Philly, 2. Boston, 2. Miami, 1 or 2. But Lakers got, with the right positioning, like D'Lo can get his own and get 20 or 30. LeBron, AD, so that's 3 players. Austin, like Lakers have. I don't know, my guys. They got what they need, but it's just about injury and playing smart, bro. Big man presence is very critical in the playoffs. That's why I feel like I'm wondering if they're gonna. It sounds funny, but I feel like somehow Tristan's gonna slide in here in this next series. I don't think they got Tristan to really not play. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Tristan might have an effect in this next series. He knows Golden State. Him and LeBron worked well. The whole Golden State Cleveland thing. I feel like he could be the Boogie Cousins to AD type thing. Even though I don't know. I'm curious. They got Tristan Thompson for a reason. Like they didn't just add him to fill a roster spot. I feel like in one of these series he's gonna be important. Whether it's this series against Golden State or if they get past Golden State and play against either Denver or Phoenix. Maybe he can help too. I feel like they got him for a reason, though. I feel like Wenyen Gabriel's minutes is like up in the air, even though they've been running him a little bit. I don't know. But Troy Brown might fall out that rotation, or either Beasley. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Tristan can get boards and help for sure. Boards, fouls. It's curious to see how he don't need to have a jumper. You know what I'm saying? They don't have him there to be shooting shots, pick and roll, rolling to the basket type stuff. But got to see how that goes, man. Philly do, because if you want to talk about what Maxey, yeah, you're right. They do have 3. Or are you talking about Tobias? But in the playoffs so far, wait, did Rui do 29 in the playoffs? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think so. I think one of his big games was against Memphis. Gonna be crazy to see. Gonna be interesting to see how that plays out for real. For real, for real. First live stream in a minute. Talked about a lot, man. A lot of people came through and said what's up. Jimmy's definitely on a mission. Jimmy Butler's definitely on a mission right now. Um, but he has some players that play good around him. He's a good leader for that team. They could surprise some people too. Could we see a Lakers and Miami rematch in the finals without the bubble this time? Is that possible? Anything's possible according to KG. But could we get that again? Lakers and Miami in the finals? LeBron's gonna play against one of his old teams again in the finals? Or well, that only happened in time in the bubble. Very, very interesting to see how that turns out. We shall see. Might come back live tomorrow in the daytime, maybe later in the afternoon. I feel like I will be coming back live again. When Slap Talk, yeah, we was talking about that. I didn't. I think Eric hit. I think maybe 1 or 2 people in here did hit. How about yourself? Yeah, the Celtics, the way they played today, it seems like it's possible that they have the same situation because they lost at home. That was wild. I thought that Philly would. I thought Boston would kind of dominate Philly because of the past, but the past is the past. Plus, they didn't have Joel Embiid, so it was great to see. Like Harden's my 3rd favorite player to watch in the league because he's exciting, really good point guard. Reminds me of a lot of he's a California player, so he reminds me a lot of what I grew up with and people I'm around, and also Agent Zero. So I like watching James Harden play out there on the court. So I'm glad to see him actually stepping up and being a factor because he does sometimes fade away in the playoffs. That's what a lot of people are saying. Congratulations, Slap Talk, for real. Looking forward to seeing that review too. So I'm glad to see Harden be able to step up and do his thing. They was trying to smoke him last year because, he was coming off that injury, so he wasn't fully himself, fully in shape. So they was just saying maybe he lost a step. We're expecting the Houston James Harden, but we're not going to get that, blah, 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 blah. But right now he's doing his thing, man. Career high in the playoffs, 45 points. I would love to see Philly get past. I would love to see James Harden get an opportunity to play against LeBron and lose in the finals. I would like to see that. I would definitely like to see James Harden get an opportunity to play in the finals because he was actually part of it. But I think they go as far as the big man goes. If he's not going to be there for the next round, they might be able to pull off this round, but I think in the finals they're going to need Joel regardless of the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Clippers after James Harden, that wouldn't be bad to add him with Russell and Paul George because Kawhi allegedly wants to leave. But Kawhi has to be there at least another year. And that's crazy if that's true. If that stuff is true and Kawhi really wants to get out, it's like, damn, bro, this is right before he's about to be in Inglewood. You about to be even closer. Like, it doesn't make no sense. Brandon Roy 2.0 in an NBA that allows you to have load management because in the NBA during Brandon Roy's day, load management didn't even exist. That wasn't even, I don't even think San Antonio started doing that DNP stuff for the Spurs yet. When Brandon Roy was playing, I could be wrong. But, yeah, Kawhi got a whole another year left on his contract, so he's stuck with the Clippers, but he's going to kind of force his way out. That's what this, if Skip Bayless was telling the truth, who knows, man? Why would you want to leave so soon, though? It's not like it was anybody's fault. It was his own fault. His injury. Talking about, he want to say that people trying to force him back to playing. What, by asking, hey, you think you play tomorrow? Or you think you might be able to play next week? Is that forcing you? Is that what you mean by forcing? You come out here and drop 30 and 20 and assists and all this stuff, and then you hurt, and then it's like, okay, well, you out this game. What about the next game? And because I asked you, well, what about the next game? That's me now forcing you and pressuring you to play when I'm paying you $45 million to play for me. Somebody in the comment section was like, "That's Uncle Dennis playing right there." Yeah, and this is the same injury he's had. An injury from San Antonio. If it's not, it's the other leg. So I'm like, this dude has not. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. And the thing that is wild about it is the fact, if I'm not mistaken, like, because he's injured, he can't, like, the Clippers can't trade him, but he can demand a trade. And I'm not even on the owner's side. I'm always usually on the player side of things. But this scenario is not cool, bro. Damian's definitely wasting time in Portland. I respect him trying to stay loyal to the soil, but if he wants to win a ring, he's going to have to get out of Portland. He's not going to have an opportunity there. Their new guy is Anthony Simons anyway. Like, he's the new future for them. So he just needs to go on to a contending team and be a big asset to them to win. Dame, it's dope to see him doing what he's doing and trying to stay there, but it's not going to go no more for him. So if he's not tripping off off the ring, because he's made enough money. He's made a lot of money. So if he's not tripping off the ring, stay in Portland. But if he's serious about contending for a championship, then he's going to have to leave, because there's nobody else there with him. Everybody else has at least one or two other players that can go for 30 plus by themselves. So he don't have that in Portland. He's going to need that. So he needs to make a move. Some people are saying Miami. Of course, everybody's saying Laker type stuff. Who knows? Interesting to see though, but Dame needs to leave, man. Kawhi for Siakam and Bradley Beal. Interesting. Yeah, they need to trade him and not let him go for nothing. They need to make sure to get something back. Siakam would be a good addition because he's out here during the summertime anyway. He's out here during the summertime working out at UCLA. He's always working on his game. Bradley Beal with Paul George and Westbrook would be weird. I mean, it would be good, of course, but Siakam might make both of those guys are good, either one. But I assume they're going to keep Westbrook. I assume Westbrook's going to re-sign with them. Nobody else is going to give Westbrook what he wants. I don't think. But, who knows? I mean, Westbrook definitely showed that he still has a lot in the tank. What big team would want to grab him and try him, because you got to pay him a lot of money. I mean, I don't know. We still got, they got to make some moves. I would like to see Westbrook back with Paul George and the team they have. And, I mean, Clippers has always been the disappointment of the two teams, obviously. They never really win anything, but it's great to see when they have a great regular season, when they're effective in the regular season. So when the teams come to LA, they think that, it's not a cakewalk, and they think they can just play one game and not both, So Clippers will never be like fully really in a contention for a ring. That's just always been established, no matter how good their team is. There's always going to be something to go wrong. Always, 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 always. The most freakiest, craziest thing always will happen for the Clippers. It's just always happened like that. So, them making plays for players would just be good for the regular season, but it's never going to go past that, bro. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it will make sense. He'd go back to Toronto. Yep. Pascal definitely could hoop. He definitely could. And what happened with Thomas Bryant? He wanted to leave the Lakers because he wasn't getting no burn. But he don't get no burn over there in Denver behind Joker. I didn't see him in the game at all today. Is he even still on the Denver Nuggets? He should have stayed with the Lakers. Got the Wyndon Gabriel minutes that he's getting now in the playoffs. Crazy, man. That's how the cookie crumbles, bro. Yeah, I definitely heard that too, that Kyrie's looking to re-sign with the Mavericks. That's cool. They drew up a little controversy or a little hoopla because he was there at the game. He handshaking LeBron. Like, oh my God, he coming next year. But to be honest, like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, okay, I would love for Kyrie to come play with the Lakers, LeBron, AD. That would be great. That would be great. If that worked out, that'd be fine. But I honestly feel like the Lakers have enough now to stay with this team and don't mess it up. You got D'Lo. He's still got some years. I think he's younger than Kyrie. Like, I don't really want to say that, but I like what they got now. Kyrie would be great, but they would be giving up some of their guards that I feel like is part of their puzzle. Kyrie doesn't play as much defense. He's a great offensive situation. I would go for that. I would want it to happen. But I do like their team now. It's not like it's not like they have a team and I'm like, oh shit, well, yeah, we need Kyrie to be the missing piece. I think they got enough pieces to do it now. So if you added Kyrie, it kind of would mess up the chemistry or the depth of your team, unless because money talks, bro. Yeah, Cuban. I'm not really. He is balling. Burnson is balling, but I'm not so super big on him. I gotta see some. He is hooping. He is balling, but yeah, I don't know. I would have let his ass go too over Luka and making a bag. I would take Kyrie and Luka over Brunson. So I get it, but Brunson is young and he's balling for New York. But we're gonna see, man. We shall see. My cat is over here messing with my other chair. We've been rocking for 325, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. For real. Spur of the moment. We'll have this, together even more. I definitely see myself doing some more lives now that we got some more things set up. And I'm working to make things more better, bro. So hopefully you guys are able to hear me with this. It might sound faintly low. I don't know. But I will improve. I guess I do have to get that mixture overall. To make it sound even better. And then, when we have the things where I have the Twitter situation going on, I can know that that's happening and not have you guys listening to the whole damn thing playing over and over and over. Yeah, we hear about him because he's in New York. Exactly. He just went to a good team where he could play the right role, but I definitely don't hold him as one of the top guards in the league right now. I put like 10 guys ahead of him easily. Me personally, maybe I have to watch him some more. I think his matchups are just in his favor right now. Yeah, I just think his matchups are in his favor right now. The guards for the Heat aren't really, Kyle Lowry is kind of past it a little bit. Who's their other guard from Miami? I'm not sure, but let him get around. Yeah, let's see what he does. Let's see what he do against the backcourt like of James Harden and Maxey. Let's see what he do with that type of backcourt. Could he get his points off? Even though Harden don't guard nobody, so he might still be able to get his buckets actually. Cause if he switch off and get Harden on him, he'd give Harden buckets. Harden give him buckets. But yeah, I think he probably is getting a little more shine because he's playing for the Knicks. But he is a good guard though, man. I'm just not fully sold on him yet. Not fully sold on him yet. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up before my computer does get too hot. I've been going 3 hours and 27 minutes. We've been doing good. I figured out what I have to do for that also, so that's something else. I figured I just gotta get that cleaned up. Ain't no big thing. So I'm gonna have that together too. Yeah, Kyrie and Luka over Brunson for sure. I take that over Brunson all day. I think Kyrie and Luka will figure that out too. I don't think that was as bad as what people kind of made that seem. They only played a short amount of time together, and they got together at a crucial time when they needed to make some wins. So when they have a full season together, it's going to be a different thing, and people are going to be having a problem with that. I think if they can add one or two more players, specifically like some good role players and some shooters, they're going to be a great team. I would love to see Kyrie and LeBron again, but unless they don't come out, unless the Lakers don't run it back with some of them players and let a lot of those guys go, then if we got D'Lo, we got Austin, they pay him, and Shorter stays. I like those three guys than just one Kyrie, just because those three guys can all, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's three players as opposed to one who could get injured and then you're fucked, as opposed to having three options. One to get injured, you still got two more. You know what I mean? That's kind of where it's getting to now, especially when LeBron, you need more players there, Keep LeBron's minutes down so he can continue to do what he's doing and everybody else will ball out. I like him only scoring 22 points and they won like that. He can play some more games, some more years, some more rings, once in a generation player here. Not just saying it because I like his game, but it's facts. It's definitely facts. You know what I mean? But yeah, about to get out of here. You guys have a great night wherever you are in the world. We're going to go live even more. Check out my vlogs. I've been dropping a lot of them. They've been going longer in the minutes too, putting a lot more information in there. So I appreciate you guys watching those videos. Give me the feedback. Hit the like button on those videos as well as this live stream so YouTube pushes it out more. So more people can see what's going on. But yeah, next week, or not next week, but like my next new video, like Friday, I'm going to announce the winner from a previous video I did. If you watched it to the end, I asked you to put a lightning bolt in the comment section for a $10 Foot Locker gift card. I'm going to select the winner. I'll put it in that Thursday video that drops. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, man, y'all have a great day wherever you are. I'll see y'all in the next one. Deuces.